action as we are at the Wolstein Center on the campus of Cleveland State University, right in the heart of downtown Cleveland, Ohio, as the Crunch finally return home after a couple of rough weeks on the road as they face off in that classic football rivalry. Yes, a lot of people call soccer football around the world, and we have our own version here in America. It's Cleveland versus Pittsburgh. You know it's always going to be a rivalry no matter what teams face off from both areas, and it's going to be a good one tonight as the Crunch come in at 6-2, 19 points on the season, number 2 in the North in MLIS action, as they do have the one overtime loss, which they did get a point for. Pittsburgh sitting in 4th in the division, above 500. They are 4-3 with 11 points. They have an overtime win on their resume. It's going to be a good one. Both teams. Crunch looking to play a lot better. Bridge City FC out of Pittsburgh is definitely a team to watch, and a lot of teams are getting better as the season goes on. We're going to break it down all for you tonight. I am Kevin Earl. He is Gianluca DiGiacomo. Gianluca, of course, we are on the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, WKYC Plus, Rock Entertainment Sports Network as the game will get going, but also the audio always on WOBL Radio in Lorain County country. What are you looking forward to tonight as we get everybody underway?
Yeah, always a pleasure, Kevin. I mean, 2 big things. Number 1, Bridge City. This has been one of the most rapidly expanding clubs in the MLIS that they've seen. We've seen a lot of high-powered expansion teams throughout the last 2 years, and they're one of the newest ones to make their debut this season, sitting at 4-3, but doesn't quite do them justice. Their losses coming against the Crunch, their loss coming against Toronto, and then a very narrow loss to the Chicago Mustangs. So that's what I'm excited for, just to see what they're made of. Wasn't able to catch that game on the road, but a couple familiar names for me from a couple of semi-pro teams that I've called games for in the past. However, this is the first day I can comfortably say, Kevin, that the Crunch are at absolute full strength. They were missing McCain Spraggling earlier in the season, Mikey Derizic getting suspended, Bobby Chanchar getting injured, Emir Suljevic picking up a knock. Everybody's coming together for tonight. A couple losses on the road might be a bit of a blunder on the record page, but at the same time, that might be the rally they needed. A completely full 100% ready to go Cleveland Crunch team tonight.
As we heard from the organization throughout the week, they feel like it fired them up. They feel like it woke them up. You know, to get off to a 6-0 start is great, and it's not to say that they weren't focused, but I think that there was that next level that you need to get to as you're coming down the stretch with 4 games left, including tonight, to try to get your spot there in the playoffs. They really cannot clinch, can the Crunch, here in the month of February unless a couple things go their way. We'll go through some of that as the game goes on, but they want to set themselves up to really the goal is 26 points, which is kind of the maximum amount as they do present the warrior of the match, childhood cancer warrior of the match, to one of those kids going through cancer. And there's so many people that deal with that. It is Penny. Penny is our our warrior of the match. We send prayers to her going through it, looking good and healthy down there, but everybody that has gone through cancer. I know we have one of the big-time season ticket holders, Carolyn Budd. Her family is always here, but they always have those Carolyn Strong as we do a moment of silence here in the arena.
Thank you.
As that is for those that have gone through cancer, but also I know that there is another Crunch fan out there, another young boy, unfortunately, is being kept comfortable with hospice care right now. Caden Strong, and also Carolyn, the great fan of the Crunch. We send prayers to everybody that's dealt with it before and continues to deal with it, and hopefully we can continue to find ways to cure cancer, the many different forms that ail and find their way to ail so many people that we love near and dear to our hearts. But we do have a game tonight, and again, it is the Crunch versus the Pittsburgh, the team out of Pittsburgh. They are known as Bridge City FC. They were actually just started back in 2025, so a new team. And to have this kind of success, be above 500 in MLIS, and you see the parity in this league right now, Gianluca, I think that's the biggest thing of what everybody that made MLIS hoped and dreamed for, and it's only going to get bigger from here.
Yeah, without a doubt. This season, especially, the league has really, really amped up its game. I mean, even the teams that are at the lower parts of the table, Kevin, I mean, the Fort Wayne team that's sitting at 0-10 right now they took this team to a 9-8 scoreline in the season opener. I mean, with these new expansion teams, again, they keep coming straight out of the gate really hot. I mean, Amarillo came in as an expansion team last season and won the whole thing in Cleveland at the Wolstein Center this past April. It is really exciting to see how rapidly this league is growing, considering that, I mean, my first season, which was just 2 years ago, 6 teams in the league. Now there's 13 across 2 divisions, an MLIS expansion league, and WMLIS. It is absolutely incredible. And this Bridge City team, also a small world, man, but the owner, also a goalkeeper that used to play for the Cleveland Force in Grant Glorioso, starting in net today. So that's a bit of a full circle moment for him. I got to call games for him in the summer for 3 years back at Case Western Reserve in Cleveland State. So, I mean, was looking sharp out, dressed like an owner coming out, and he switched into his goalkeeper stuff. So it'll be exciting to see him play again.
Yes, it'll definitely be great to see. And he's among the league leaders in goalkeeping as well. He has a save percentage over 77%, which is in the top 5 in the league. So definitely going to be a tough ask for the Crunch. I mean, you look at the last time these two teams met in Pittsburgh, it was 9-5. And yeah, it looks like the Crunch were in control. They had 49 shots, though, and only had 9 goals. So that's Glorioso standing on his head a bit in a game that has walls, has a turf, the old school AstroTurf, where the ball can bounce so many different ways, and people, I don't think, understand how crucial that is. There were 7 yellow cards in that game. Only 1 blue card, only 1 2-minute penalty. There were 7 yellow cards. So you can imagine that's 5 minutes. You don't have to go down a player on the field, but that's 5 minutes where that player that gets the yellow card cannot come back to the field for 5 minutes. And if that happens to one of your key players, that's be a very critical 5 minutes in the match. So to see 7. Cleveland versus Pittsburgh, that's what you would expect. Of course, Antonio Manfoot, the head coach, played in that one. He had 2 goals. Tomasz Nagy had 2. Janis Schmidt had 3 assists. On the other side, Josh Lucchini coming off the bench for Pittsburgh. He had 2 goals, 2 of the 5 in that one. So some stellar performances, and I expect a definitely a heated battle tonight. Pittsburgh's still trying to make their way. And I think Pittsburgh also knows that Cleveland's trying to find their way after 2 straight losses. I think Pittsburgh understands that and knows what type of energy to bring to try to keep that pressure on the Crunch as they try to climb back up the standings.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt. And like we said, this team is back up to full strength. Everyone is back, considering their overtime loss against Rockford. No Bobby Chanchar, no Dave Jordan, no Admir Suljevic, Mario Musa, Tomasz Nagy, Janis Schmidt, Aiden Bozak, all sidelined either from a personal reason or injury, what have you. And now they're all coming back, so you're going to see maybe the old adage Crunch, that we saw towards the beginning of the season. But at the same time, it's still going to take a little bit of adjusting. It's been a while since we've gotten all these guys on the pitch, on the bench, at the exact same time for the exact same game. So although it is a blessing, it's going to take a little bit of figuring out before we really see them start to hit the ground running.
So Bridge City FC coming out of the locker room as they'll get announced here shortly. We'll go through the starting lineups in just a moment. For all those, again, tuned in, MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, WKYC+. Those, of course, watching back on Rock Entertainment Sports Network. And our friends out there in Lorain County Country, WOBL Radio, 107.7 FM, 1320 AM, streaming worldwide at WOBLradio.com, and they have been playing the country favorites of yesterday and today since 1971. They are the official audio home of the Cleveland Crunch, giving you the radio call throughout, and that's why we try to call it the way that our audio listeners are tuning into us. And this is all brought to you by Great Lakes Honda West in Elyria. So they come out in their gold uniforms, does Bridge City FC. They got the black lettering, black striping, gold shorts with the black numbers, black lettering and numbers on the back of the jerseys, and gold socks with black trim. The Crunch are going to be announced. They'll come out off to our right and the right of your video screen if you're watching us, and we will go through the starters. As you look at Bridge City, there's that man, Grant Glorioso in goal. They run a 2-1-2, a little different. Usually we're calling the 2-2-1, and we go from, of course, back to front, defenders up. But it's kind of a unique 2-1-2, Gianluca, when they have 2 defenders, 1 designated midfielder, 2 forwards, but they call them a top forward and a second forward, so kind of playing off, kind of staggered, if you will. So one kind of playing almost that hybrid midfield forward role. Yeah, and I believe it's Nate Dragicic who's kind of playing that hybrid midfielder role. And you're going to see a lot of playmaking there, but at the same time,
when you have that one striker up top, they're going to draw a little bit more attention from the defense. So you might see a guy like Nate Dragicic pull off more goals than you would expect a guy at the very top, Jack Shearer. As we've seen this season, 10 goals, 5 assists for Dragicic, 6 goals and 9 assists for Shearer. So, I mean, both of them very prolific offensively in their own right, but it's going to be interesting to see how the Crunch try and combat that dynamic.
So at defense for Bridge City will be Anthony Rowan in front of goalkeeper Grant Glorioso along with Josh DiMatteo. And Austin Rock will be in the midfield, and we just talked about the 2 forwards, Nate Dragicic and Jack Shearer for Bridge City. They are coached by Travis McKenzie and their media personnel, Jimmy Boyle, here with the team as well. On the other side for your Cleveland Crunch, the original starting lineup basically intact there. Some of the guys that have been around for all 6 seasons. So you got the veterans starting things out. It'll be in goal Mario Musa, making only his 3rd appearance this season. Bobby Chanchar returns from injury, his first one tonight on defense alongside Captain Dave Jordan. In the midfield, it'll be Sammy Mutemwa joining Admir Suljevic. Keep an eye on Admir as he is coming back from his injury, as well as he said, I'm going to give it a go. My team needs me. We're giving it a go. We'll definitely keep an eye on him. And, of course, back from suspension. This will be his first game since then. Wasn't able to get on the road trip, unfortunately, when his suspension did end. So this is his first official game since being suspended for 4 games. That is the one, the only, Mikey Derizic, head coach Antonio Manfoot, equipment manager, assistant over there, Matthew Pinna, and the trainer from Metro Health Sports is Desmond Holmes. So there is your starters, and they are kind of announcing the team for the Crunch. I know it's tough to kind of hear. That's why we kind of run through the starters up here in the box. Myself, Kevin Arnold, Gianluca Di Giacomo on the call. The reserves are being announced right now, and you'll see them filter in. Gianluca, one of the things that Manfoot has done as he has been the coach each of these years that he has done it, feels like he has ramped up the pace of rotations faster and faster every single year.
Yeah, without a doubt. And I think that the biggest thing, and the reason we're seeing it the most this season, Kevin, is, I mean, the pitch is so much larger. I want to see a solid 3rd bigger than what we had at the Soccer Sportsplex for the last couple of years. And unfortunately, when you have a bigger playing field, not only do you have to adjust your tactics, but some of the age of these longtime Crunch players is starting to seep through the cracks a little bit. So you're seeing more Omar Najars, you're seeing more Brendan Swans, you're seeing more Giannis Schmitz, etc. And a lot of those younger guys getting in a little bit more, getting a bit more playing time. But again, I mean, those older guys, those veterans are still kicking very much so, but they definitely need a breather every so often.
They definitely need a breather, and we got the picture of kind of the lineup, and they're ready to roll each of their lineups here tonight, and they got, I think, a good mix of veteran and newcomers kind of mixed in those lineups as you go. And they're, like you said, they want to put a win back up on the board. They want to get to 7-2 tonight and make things tougher on their opponents that are underneath them, because if you look at the standings right now on points, they're sitting 4th in that last playoff spot to go to Vegas at the end of March. So they really need to try to climb their way back up, distance themselves from the rest of the field. Really the only team that can actually clinch, though, if you want to talk about parity, Gianluca, I found this very interesting. No one in the South can clinch, even though Orlando's played 11 games already. They have the most points in the league, Amarillo's undefeated. But there's still a bunch of teams that are in play for those 2 spots from the South or playoff spots in the league. The only team that could clinch tonight is Toronto. If they win or the Crunch beat Pittsburgh, one or the other, they get in and they are the first team to punch their ticket. That's one of 13 teams that is available to clinch tonight, and I think that shows a lot about what the league has done.
Yeah, and I mean, there's only a couple games left in the season, Kevin, and to add to your point, there's also only 3 teams that are completely out of contention, those being Dallas, the Rockford Thunder, as well as Summit City over in Fort Wayne. So there's still a lot of teams that are still kicking, still trying to get to that 4 seed, 3 seed, what have you. I mean, nothing is set in stone, and this late in the season to say that, it's a testament to how competitive this league is becoming.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we are going to be getting the national anthem here in just a moment, so we will send it pitch side. We were able to do that on this game here tonight. We will send that, so if you will listen in for our national anthem, as they will bring out the flag bearers, and then they will have the national anthem, everyone on their feet. People are still walking in right now as we see, so we will let the crowd mics take it as we will get the presenting of the flags and our national anthem.
If you are able, please rise for the national anthem sung by Musa.
Very nicely done by Alexandria Waldron with the national anthem, presentation of colors, the color guard tonight from American Legion Post 572. Appreciate them, especially with the Winter Games going on and the United States having historic Winter Games for them overseas. We will get the party started in just a few moments. Cleveland Crunch taking on Bridge City SC out of Pittsburgh, and that action is coming up next.
No losses, I don't do lipo. A few screws loose in the head, I'm a psycho. Promise you the bar, just as real as the bike though. Misunderstood, you can call me a typo. I shine hotter than the stars in the night though. Hate the who's who's.
It is so beautiful. Now Slujevich, oh, what a cheeky little touch with the outside of his right foot, waggling from Najar. He will take the camera. A little celebration for the camera. Keep an eye on Cleveland Crunch socials for that.
Be careful not to get too close, I might just go.
Bozak goes to his right foot with a rip. Oh my word! As he gives the arrow.
Boom, I'm like a bomb in a room. Blow up the spot, everybody gotta move. Life or death, everybody gotta choose. Life or death, not everybody.
Minnick to Derzic. Derzic off the deflection. Mikey Derzic steps up in a big moment for his team. Jordan Yes! James Jordan, Captain Crunch, has won the game! Oh my goodness! Final pageantry getting in on the way as the teams get their last little warm-ups. Welcome to MLIS action here on the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC Plus, and audio on WOBL Radio, Lorain County Country, 107.7 FM, 1320 AM, worldwide at WOBLradio.com as they play your favorites of yesterday and today of the country variety since 1971. They're the official audio partner playing the radio call of Cleveland Crunch home games right out there at WOBL in Lorain County, courtesy of Great Lakes Honda West in Elyria. I am Kevin Arnold. He is Gianluca Di Giacomo. We will be on the call along with our LPV Productions crew, bringing you the sights, the sounds from a Cleveland-Pittsburgh football matchup. Yes, I said football because everywhere else around the world they call the sport of soccer football, and we have a huge football rivalry with the city of Pittsburgh here in Cleveland, and it now comes to MLIS, to the indoor soccer variety, as the Crunch face off against Bridge City FC. Bridge City is 4-3. The Crunch sit at 6-2, coming off of 2 tough road losses. And they are just about ready as the starters enter the pitch. We'll run through those starters one more time for you. In goal for Bridge City, Grant Glorioso. On defense, Anthony Rowan, Josh DiMatteo. In the midfield, it is Austin Rock. Up top at forward, it is Nate Dragizic and Jack Shearer. Their head coach is Travis McKenzie. The media member joining the crew tonight, it is Jimmy Boyle for Pittsburgh. On the other side for the Crunch, Mario Musa in goal, Bobby Chanchar, Captain Dave Jordan on defense. In the midfield, Sammy Mutemwa and Edmir Suljevic returning from injury, as well as Bobby Chanchar. This is his first game since injury as well. And Mikey Derazic back up top for the Crunch. They are coached by Antonio Manfoot, with Matthew Pinna there as the equipment manager and trainer out of Metro Health. It is Desmond Holmes, and now we are underway, and here comes Bridge City. Shearer with a shot that goes wide, and Mutemwa has to race all the way back on that kickoff. Dave Jordan tried to send it deep into the corner, into Bridge City territory, but a quick outlet had Shearer with the first real opportunity of the game. 14:34 left in the first. It is 0-0 as we are just underway on the campus of Cleveland State University at the original home for the Cleveland Crunch. That is the Wolstein Center, formerly known as the Cleveland Convocation Center. So Glorioso out of his goal. He will come all the way up to midfield to help in the attack. Shot coming in, blocked. That off the foot of Austin Rock and out of play. So it'll be a restart on the far side for Bridge City. Again, I am Kevin Arnold, along with Gianluca Di Giacomo, our LPV Productions crew. Welcome and sit back and enjoy this fast-paced, high-energy action here tonight. So Shearer will get the ball back, defended by Mutemwa and Chanchar. Now here comes Mutemwa, a couple step overs as he will look for Derazic, boxed in on that far side. And now they'll send it all the way back to Glorioso, the goalkeeper for Pittsburgh. Got a 2-on-1, catching the Crunch in rotation. Chris Svecko was joining the fray, as well as Tomasz Nagy, Gabriel Piwu making their first appearances tonight for the Crunch. And now Bridge City will make some substitutions as they send it all the way back to their goalkeeper. Omar Najjar in for Dave Jordan. Aiden Bozak in the midfield now as well. Piwu with Najjar, 3-on-3 soccer. Bozak coming to help. Piwu with a shot that gets blocked all the way out far corner to Tomasz Nagy. Nagy looking to go to his left foot. He will shoot and score! Tomasz Nagy gets the scoring party started off the left-footed curler. 13:08 left in the first. It is 1-0 Crunch.
You know, watching Tomasz Nagy at Cleveland SC, Kevin, he was always just a dead-set guy up front, and I saw him switch to that more of a box-to-box position, and I thought to myself, man, I really hope we can see that attacking prowess that he had to the same extent. I mean, although he's handling about all 3 levels of the pitch, he still gets up there, and he is lethal when he cuts inside and he gets on that left foot. That is an incredible way to open the scoring.
As Musa comes all the way out to head that one away, just on the kickoff after that opening goal by Tomasz Nagy. As we play here in the first, and it'll be crunch ball. I see Jamie Lucchini entering for Bridge City, as well as Logan Manheimer. Get to some of the others as that one gets chipped off the boards. Minute came sliding in, just didn't get enough of it. And Glorioso there for the crucial save. So now here come Bridge City. They also have Sam Bohm in the match. Di Matteo was looking for it on the run, but it goes all the way back to Glorioso, far side midfield. There's Di Matteo. He gets dispossessed by Swan, Brendan Swan. In, there goes Davalos, Rafael Davalos over to Bozak, to Swan, and he'll find Davalos near side, near midfield. Crunch going right to left. Cross your device dial or radio, old school radio dial if you are listening there on WOBL radio. Dave Jordan, Bobby Chanchar, Mikey Derzic, Sammy Mutemwa, for the starters return. McCain Spraglin gets his first action for the Crunch. Crunch in their red uniforms, white lettering, white numbers on the back, white trim down the sides, red shorts, and white trim with the white socks. Mutemwa to Derzic. They'll drop it all the way back to Chanchar. Crunch in control of possession early. Jack Shearer, though, he will retain and find Glorioso, the goalkeeper. Crunch will keep with that high press with Spraggling and Derzic playing high, and that one skirts all the way out of bounds. Crunch looking for that one to be a dangerous set piece in the middle of the pitch. We'll see where the officials, as they continue to talk about it, where they will set this one. One of the officials has the ball down deep near Mario Musa, but now in a conversation between them, and they are on the radios with each other as well. Glorioso doesn't like the call. He thought it should have just stayed as a restart down there, and now it will. Can't make up our minds, but I think we will, and we'll get back under action here in just a second. Gianluca, what do you make of the first 3.5 minutes we've seen as we are 11:30 left to go in the first?
I mean, so far, again, it took a very short period of time for the Crunch to knock all the little bit of ring rust off, but at the same time, they look smooth, they look composed, they look like they haven't missed a beat despite missing a lot of key pieces throughout the last 5 or 6 matches.
Tomasz Nagy goes down. Got ball first, did Anthony Rowan, to the officials' liking, but the Crunch stay on it off the wall behind Nagy from Suljevic. And the officials will get this one back in play in just a moment. 11:06 clock stops here in the first. Crunch on top of Bridge City FC out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 1-0. Suljevic looking for runners off the wall. No one there in the middle, but Najar somehow collects. And Sveko will get the loose change just outside of that dangerous goal territory. Rotations coming back in. Gabriel Piwu enters. Derzic sits. Chris Sveko also back. Jamie Lucchini back up top for Bridge City. He is joined by Nate Dragizic as the other forwards, playing really far back as a forward defensively, so trying to sit as many of the four of the 5 field players back as possible to make things difficult for the Crunch. Jamie Lucchini kind of playing a lot higher to make those backwards passes, trying to win one in the middle of the pitch and go one-on-one with Mario Musa. So deep into the far corner, Gabriel Piwu. Couple missed dribbles, still on it. Gets double teamed, and he continues to fight alongside of Dragizic. Dragizic comes out with it. He is 1-on-3. He'll take a shot that goes wide, and Musa collects that one off the wall. That one just went wide off the MLIS crest.
Really good stuff there from Piwu, but even better stuff there from Dragizic, pushing through a man that's definitely got some size on him, and even getting a shot off in that 1-on-3 situation. It is a testament. There's a reason why he's been so successful this season.
Brendan Swan on the turn. That one gets deflected, so it should be Crunch ball on the restart. Clock stops, 9:38 to go. Bridge City FC trails Cleveland 1-0. Appreciate everyone on the YouTube channel of the MLIS Pro TV. A lot of people, a lot of Pittsburgh fans, Cleveland fans, soccer fans in general in that YouTube live chat as well. Appreciate everyone that's jumping in on there, and there are other areas in Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC Plus, and WOBL Radio. Minnick on the attack. He collects. They thought there was a foul for Bridge City. Minnick kisses it off the woodwork, finds the back of the net, and doubles the Crunch lead. 9:26 to go. First quarter, it is 2-0.
You hate to say it, but you do see a little bit of flat-footedness right now coming off of Bridge City. That's a terrible lapse of judgment in the back. And Ryan Minnick picks up the scraps. He's the most tenured Cleveland Crunch player since their return in 2020. He's got the presence of mind to cut out that pass, and that's a beautiful finish with a little kiss off the post, just for good measure.
As we watch the replay on that one, he was able to just defend just enough against Di Matteo, got enough of the ball. There was no foul called, and that's just a workmanlike goal right there. Now Davalos on the volley. Glorioso there to collect. So it is 2-0, 9:03. As the clock moves here in quarter number one. Glorioso far out of his own area. He'll retreat, passes it basically to Musa. Musa will try to chip him over. Glorioso just gets back in time. If that one hit the back of the net, the 3-line rule goes out of play. Musa saw him out of net, but just enough air time, hang time on that one from Musa, and now it'll go out of play deep in Crunch territory for a restart.
Yeah, it takes a surgically precise calculation to get that one to go all the way over into the net without touching the ground. But at that point, that's just to keep Glorioso on his toes a little bit. Good heads-up play from Mario Musa.
Crunch on the attack again, a little weave between Mutemwa and Derzic. A back heel to Jordan. That one just gets saved by Glorioso. What a save that was to get fingertips. Derzic is here, and no foul called as he looks to the official. Glorioso will collect the loose change in his box. What a save by Glorioso!
What a tremendous goal that would have been, soiled by the former Cleveland soccer player. Also has some experience in the MASL with the Harrisburg Heat, mind you, but already being tested from every angle.
Mutemwa goes just wide, as you were just saying. Every angle. It just seems like the Crunch getting every single shot that they want right now. They outshot Pittsburgh the last time by about 20 shots. They had 49 shots in the last matchup, but the Crunch won 9-5. But this one is a bad pass by Chanchar. He is on retreat, back heel. Najjar just coming off the bench, breaks it up. Believe that was Shearer. That was actually Lucchini that was looking for Escada. Now Lucchini takes a big rip, gets blocked. Nagy coming back to help. Just poked out of the area by Omar Najjar, the captain for Bridge City. Josh Di Matteo will play a little 1-2 with Glorioso, the goalkeeper. As they go left to right. 6:58 now. 2-0 Crunch. Been in control for the most part of this first quarter, which is what they want to do, and they want to get back to after some rough starts on the road against Toronto and Rockford. So Musa deep in his own territory. Goes back and forth. He will venture out of net. He doesn't venture out as some of the old goalkeepers, other goalkeepers here in the league, but he has that foot skill ability, if needed, to venture up and help on the attack as that extra offensive player. Bridge City was looking for a fast restart, and now looks like there will be a timeout called. So we hit our first timeout of the night. 6:29 to go. Both teams not happy about the officiating so far early in this one, but the Crunch happy with a 2-0 lead, and we got to thank the great people over at Metro Health. Talked about Desmond Holmes, a trainer coming from the Metro Health Sports Group. They keep all athletes safe and healthy, and Metro Health Sports Medicine provides expert care for athletes of all levels, ages 7 and up. As the exclusive medical provider of the Cleveland Crunch, they deliver world-class treatment for everything from ankle and knee injuries to shoulder and spine conditions. With immediate access to medical, surgical, and rehabilitation specialists, their team has the experience to keep you moving. Visit metrohealth.org/sportsmedicine or call 216-95-SPORT, 216-957-7678 to learn more. Metro Health Sports Medicine, the Crunch's trusted team, and yours too. I am Kevin Arnold. He is Gianluca Di Giacomo, along with our LPV Productions crew. We sit in the first quarter of this matchup between the Cleveland Crunch and Bridge City FC out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 2-0 with 6:29 to go in the first. Gianluca, one thing I wanted to bring up with you, but the action has just been fast and furious. After that first goal for the Crunch, I felt it was vital for the Crunch to get that second, because we saw them score first in those first 2 games on the road, but that's when they let their foot off the gas pedal a little bit, would go down by a couple goals on the road. I think it was vital to get that 2-goal lead on their own side to build some confidence.
Yeah, and safe to say, I mean, they've learned their lesson from any idea, any recollection of taking their foot off the gas pedal, because, I mean, we saw how it treated them in those last 2 matches. I mean, right now, this energy, this synergy, I love what I'm seeing. I mean, this has been great so far. Again, too early to speak on anything, you know, to a great extent. We're only about 10 minutes in. It hasn't even felt that long. I mean, it's felt like it's been 3 minutes of action, and the Crunch have been all over it.
So, Bridge City on the deep pass from Glorioso, deep into Crunch territory, far corner. They'll cycle it back towards midfield, and it'll come to the captain, Josh DiMatteo, near boards, defended by Admir Suljevic. He will try to find a pass in to Bohm. He does find it. Now Jack Shearer drops it back to DiMatteo. A lot better movement there offensively from Bridge City, just not getting much space between them and their defender. Now a pass by DiMatteo. A dangerous one at that, but that one was going wide. Glorioso brings it now to Bohm. He'll turn, he'll find Shearer. Back to DiMatteo as they look to build a little momentum with 5:40 now left in the opening quarter, trailing 2-0 to Cleveland. Grant Glorioso, 77% save percentage on the season, among the league leaders. Bohm tried to turn on Piwu. He does not. Now Piwu gets a breakout for Aiden Bozak. Bozak kind of 1-on-3 there. Davalos coming to support. Turf Monster may have gotten Bozak there. Settles things down. Back to Brendan Swan. Over to Chris Vecco. Davalos will check out. Sammy Mutemwa will check back in. Ryan Minnick up top. Swan looking for him on the post up. He was trying to make that run, was Swan. Bozak helping out in the back. Now he'll go to his right foot, go wide, and Glorioso there to just settle that one right in front of him. Fast-moving first quarter, 4:44 now left. Crunch on top, 2-0 against Bridge City. The Cleveland-Pittsburgh rivalry is alive beyond the gridiron. It is here on the pitch in MLIS. 2 teams looking to try to climb the standings. Crunch looking to hold on to a playoff spot. Bridge City trying to pull the upset and work their way into the playoff conversation as well. Bozak, plenty of space there on the near side. Minnick tried to drop it back to Bozak, and now here comes the 3-on-2. Jordan went for the slide tackle, doesn't get it. Bridge City, Musa with a kick save, and a beauty, and that one goes far out of play into the crowd here at the Wolstein Center. Unfortunately, no souvenirs in this action, but that one, somehow, that was a great throw. Maybe that's a goalkeeper up there. That one got all the way back to the pitch from that top row in the bottom bowl. So it'll be a corner kick, far corner. 4:01, clock stops momentarily. Shearer will be over it. So he looks for a shot. That one gets blocked by Sveko. Off the foot of Dragišić. Sveko and Dragišić battle. Now Shearer wins it from Spragling. Shot coming in. Musa just gets his foot to it on the near post. That coming off the foot of Lewis Newell, who entered the match. And now Tomasz Nagy has Dragišić open. pulls it back, and then Glorioso with a diving save as Darajic tried to curl that one to the far post, and here we go the other way. Shearer all the way down, far corner, looking for some help as Bridge City is in the middle of a rotation, some substitutions, and they will settle things down. Josh Lucchini into the match as well. Di Matteo, the captain. That's Lucchini. Josh. Great crossing pass to the far post. Musa backing up into the net.
To his brother, I believe.
And I think that went to his brother, Jamie Lucchini. Lucchini to Lucchini. As they cut the deficit to 2-1 with 3:05 to go. That was, I don't know how he saw him go making that run to the back post. Lucchini, Josh to Jamie, and that gets Bridge City back in this match.
Yeah, I have no clue how he got that pass threaded through. So many different pairs of legs there, but I guess it's just that brotherly love, whatever you want to call it. That's lovely stuff there up top to get something back before the end of the quarter. Hopefully they can build on this momentum and try and catch the crunch off guard again.
Jamie just beat Suljevic to that back post. As I watched it on the replay on the stream, just a beautiful weighted pass to that back post, brother to brother. And the Lucchinis keep Bridge City in this one, 2:50 now left in the first. A 1-goal match, Crunch 2, Bridge City 1. Now the ball goes out of play. And Bobby Chanchar will get us restarted. Bozak, Najar, Davalos, Piwu out there in the red uniforms. Bridge City getting some substitutions in as well. Bohm is in there. Piwu battling. Deep corner. Bozak to his right foot. Cycle it back to Chanchar. Just inside of that center circle. Now back to their own side of the pitch to their goalkeeper, Musa. Musa will try to send it down to a posted up Piwu. That one too hard off his foot. Kind of sets up Bridge City. Great header by Najar to prevent that attack because Bohm had a run in the back post. Rock had that pass to Bohm, but Musa read that one well enough. Now Najar from his defender's spot. Glorioso gets his right fist to that one to punch that one out and goes out of play. As a phone entered the pitch as well. But this one will be a dangerous set piece for the Crunch. And this is where they missed Admir Suljevic on the road when they had these opportunities. He's one that can always pick the right pass or find that corner. He'll find his buddy Darajic. That one blocked away. What a block by Schaefer. Somehow rolls all the way down to Mario Musa. Darajic had a bit of an angle. Schaefer came out of nowhere to get that block. Now he wins it in the middle of the field, but Nolan Hutter puts it out of play. 1:39 now. 2-1 Crunch, first quarter. Crunch dominated early. Bridge City find a little momentum as they kind of get used to this pitch that they don't necessarily get to play on all the time with this field space that the Wolstein Center provides. Dragizic, he'll find Shearer near side. Cross pass to Glorioso. 1:12, clock continues to move. We will have God Bless America coming up between the quarters, which we will have for you as best as we can with our crowd mics. Suljevic gets it on the near boards. Brendan Swan to Svetko. As the Crunch look to build maybe one or two more chances late in this one. Piwu posted up. He'll turn with the left foot and slot it home past the diving Glorioso. Gabriel Piwu makes it a 2-goal lead again. 43.4 seconds left in the first. It is 3-1.
Gabriel Piwu's finest attribute, Kevin, is just his ability to manipulate and read space. Whether it's finding a perfectly weighted pass, or whether it's being that target man, backing a man down, turning around and subconsciously knowing what he's gonna see before his eyes even hit the opposite way. And a glorious finish into the bottom right corner. That is a guy that you love to see come off the bench as he tallies on his 13th goal of this campaign.
Jamie Lucchini will return the goal scorer for Bridge City, as now we're at 34 seconds left. Crunch now 3-1. Josh Lucchini just saved by Musa. Out to midfield to Nagy. Couple good volleys by Bridge City, but here comes Bozak to Derizic. Sees two defenders, puts it, and that one again saved by the fingertips by Glorioso. Nagy was trying for the same spot that Piwu just found. Derizic with the left foot blocked. With 5 seconds now. Can they get one more shot off? Nagy will go to his right foot, shoots, and goes wide as the first quarter buzzer sounds. The Crunch put up 3, Bridge City with 1, and they lead 3-1 after the opening quarter here. And we'll keep things right here, as we will have God Bless America sung here between the quarters, and we'll try to let you hear that as best as we can. Like I said, with our crowd mics, our camera mics, but Gianluca Di Giacomo, boy oh boy, what a first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, with a 3-1 scoreline, it sure seemed a lot more eventful than that, Kevin. But again, you gotta love what you're seeing. This Crunch team, it just looks brand new to what we've seen for the last 2 weeks. And also, not to mention, Admir Sulivic now only 2 points away from the 250 mark.
Absolutely. So we will send things down as PA announcer Nick Lanise announces our God Bless America on First Responders and Military Appreciation Night. Doing a great job are the Crunch. Here is God Bless America. First Responders and Military Appreciation Night. A great job there by Hillary Jackson on vocals and on guitar. A legendary guitarist here in the Northeast Ohio area, Billy Morris, doing God Bless America between the quarters. As we do apologize, we are having some technical difficulties. We will keep track of the score and time as best as we can for you. If you are watching on the video, they're trying to connect with, we're just trying to make sure we got those connections all intact, so we will have that here through our voices This voice is Kevin Arnold. That voice next to me is Gianluca Di Giacomo, along with our LPV Productions crew. We are here on the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, as well as Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC Plus audio on WOBO Radio, Lorain County Country. As we get back underway, and now Mikey Derazic has a one-on-one with Glorioso. He'll find Suljevic! Derazic to Suljevic! It's a beautiful thing! When those two connect, the dynamic duo, good things happen. 14:47 left in the second. It is now 4-1 Cleveland.
I have been waiting so long, Kevin, to see those two link up again the way they did the first 2-3 matches of the season, and they finally did it. Admir Suljevic now 1 point away from the 250 mark, and he is the only guy since the Crunch's rebirth to even grace anywhere near that number. And that's a lovely link up in a long time coming. Derazic to Suljevic.
So back underway, 14:38. It is now 4-1 Crunch, and yes, we are keeping our eye on that 250 mark for Admir Suljevic on points. Combination of goals and assists. Derazic had a chance to shoot it, but he decided to find his running mate, his dynamic duo brother, running that back post. And he had a wide open net as Glorioso had committed everything to Mikey Derazic. And now the Crunch stay in possession with Tomasz Nagy. Again, apologies for those watching the game with the technical difficulties on the score. It is 4-1 Crunch, 14:02 left in the second quarter. So here comes Bridge City. Neil Schaefer off the bench for Pittsburgh. And they'll settle things down. Crunch in retreat. Glorioso will come out of net. As Schaefer here on the near boards if he wants them. Some substitutions coming in already for Bridge City. That one was Rock trying to find a shot against Chanchar. Chanchar in great position. Rock was looking for a foul on Chanchar. Some shoulder-to-shoulder contact. 50-50 ball in the air, won by Rock down to Jamie Lucchini. Lucchini was looking for a runner. He has the lone goal for Pittsburgh so far in this one. Off an assist from his brother Josh. That time he was trying to set up his brother, and here come the Crunch again. Pittsburgh a little slow to retreat on defense. Nagy goes one-on-one. That one is a great block that stays in off the top of the boards around that goal mount. That was a great block by Escada. So here comes Bridge City. Wait for reinforcements. Escada to Rock. Spraggling in, Rafael Davalos, Ryan Minnick, Brendan Swan, Chris Fecco in. I see Sam Bohm out there, who's been he's been a thorn in that defensive side, just hasn't found that finishing touch just yet, has Sam Bohm, but he has been involved in a lot of the offensive attack, as limited as it has been early in this one. And he's back on it. Bohm over to the captain, Di Matteo. He was trying to find Bohm on that 1-2 give and go. Spraggling with the block to Glorioso, near side, right below us. 12:07 now left in the second quarter. 4-1 Crunch. Glorioso was looking for a shot of his own. He will be in retreat. Good job by Bridge City, not allowing the Crunch to get a shot off with him their goalkeeper far out of net. Mateo Davalos get tied up. And now Glorioso, plenty of space to work with. He chooses to find Di Matteo. 11:40 ticking clock here in the first half. 11:36 now left until halftime. 4-1 Crunch. Boom. Against Spraggling. He will go left foot. Musa down to get it. Kind of bobbled, but he is able to corral. Now he'll try to find Minnick on the run. Glorioso comes out of his goal mount. Davalos will shoot. Good job by Di Matteo, cutting off that angle on that back post. Davalos didn't put a lot on that one. Allowed Di Matteo to get back in position. Escada with Di Matteo to his right. He finds a wide open runner, but that one too long. He was looking for Dragišić, who came in with 10 goals and 5 assists to his name. Jamie Lucchini does get his 8th goal on the year for a team just established there in 2025 in Bridge City. So Lucchini, Jamie Lucchini. That one gets dispossessed, goes up the far boards to Suljevic, crosses over to Derazic. Derazic moving to his left foot, try to find Jordan in the corner. Slid just far enough for Derazic to collect and reset. Giannis Schmidt in. Jordan, Mutemwa, Derazic. An offensive attacking line here for the Crunch. Mutemwa step over, sees 3 Bridge City defenders in front of him. He'll give it up far side to Derazic as the Crunch try to find an angle for another goal-scoring opportunity. Schmidt now, the one as the target player with his back to goal. Not able to turn. Good job by Bridge City and Escada to force him to retreat. 9:46 left. Second quarter, 4-1 Crunch as they look for more. Now subs come in for the Crunch. Tomasz Nagy against Lucchini. Jamie Lucchini, and that one skips off the top boards and out of play. Back possession to Bridge City. Kevin Earl alongside Gianluca Di Giacomo, our LPD Productions crew, bringing you the sights and sounds here tonight. The Crunch look to get back on track after 2 straight losses, one of the overtime variety against Toronto and Rockford. They face off against their rivals from Pittsburgh after beating them 9-5 on the road. They were up 4-1 with 9:22 to go in the first half. Much more of a cleaner quarter here, not as many stoppages. Clock continues to move. Glorioso invited to venture into Crunch territory. He finds Shearer. What a block from Najjar, and then the shot goes wide from Bridge City. Allows Piwu to try to make a run up the near boards. Great defense by Bridge City, though, and Josh Lucchini, who found his brother earlier. Josh now with 2 assists on the season. Bobby Chanchar returning from injury tonight as one of the starting defenders for the Crunch. Spragling, she's a couple games back now from early season injury. Minnick off the wall. Davalos tried to direct it with his head. Chanchar will try to rip it one time, and it goes out of play. Di Matteo, I think, got a piece of that one. 8:23 and the clock stops. And this one will set up a dangerous set piece for the Crunch yet again. Bridge City will make a wall. Enough distance away in front of Suljevic. He'll find Jordan with that left foot. Tried to curl it. That one went way out of play. Gianluca, what are you seeing here in quarter number 2?
Overall, I think Bridge City are starting to settle down a little bit, starting to get used to things on a bigger pitch. I think the size of this field is what's causing them a lot of their troubles, primarily in that first quarter, especially defensively. I mean, offensively, when the tempo and the possession is in their control, they look really good. But defensively, you see a lot of gaps and a lot of guys not really out of position.
Derazic with the step over. Suljevic off the wall to Derazic! Just the reverse action that time! Suljevic gets 250 points! Derazic gets another goal! 8:05 to go in the second. It is 5-1 Crunch. Yes, Admir Suljevic gets to 250 points in his career. Mikey Derazic gets goal number 7 on the year. 7 goals, 6 assists for him. And the Crunch looking to pull away early.
Yeah, and 250th point for Admir Suljevic, and it could not have been more poetic. Off the wall to his longtime brother-in-arms in Mikey Derazic. Again, another great play, another good run into the box for Mikey Derazic to put it away. And playing that off the perfect part of the wall was Admir Suljevic. Overall, beautiful stuff, and a big congratulations to our longtime ace at Admir Suljevic.
Longtime ace, 4-year running mate of mine in high school. I was his running mate. Let's make sure we put that in the proper context. I was his teammate and classmate in high school. Reason why we won a lot of games? Well, that guy was the reason, and the reason why the Crunch win a lot of games. A big part of that is Admir Suljevic, and here he is back on it again with 7:53 to go with another set piece. He'll find Derazic again, that one into the block of Rock and Newell. So 7:45 now left. See on the stream, the score is back, but 7:40 to go. If you can't see the time or hear the time, it is 5-1 Cleveland on top of Pittsburgh. Getting some well-needed home cooking tonight, and Derazic will get called for the foul as he got wrapped up and kind of wrapped up around Lewis Newell. Official was right on that one to give possession back to Bridge City. And that one goes way out of play by Glorioso. That one is a big, big mistake, and it'll set up the Crunch yet again. This restart will be a little further back on one of those yellow lines. Again, you haven't watched indoor soccer before, you see three lines kind of crossing, going horizontal across the pitch. One is the center line, two of them are the kind of separating this field into zones. Actually, they will move it up from that yellow line to the top of that half circle outside the box. Jordan faked like he was going to take it, and then Suljevic will take a timeout, and it is a great time to thank our partners. We got a lot of catching up to do. This one moving fast here tonight, and we thank AmeriCab for the first time tonight. Cleveland Crunch proud to partner with AmeriCab, Cleveland's premier cab company, as the official transportation provider of the Cleveland Crunch. Whether you're heading to the game or just need a ride across town, AmeriCab is here for you. Call 216-881-1111 to book your ride now. 5-1 Crunch timeout here to set up this set piece. 7:26 left in the first half. Just kind of describing some of the rules with those three lines across. If you send the ball in the air, kick the ball in the air over those three lines, and no one touches it before it hits the ground, then it is a violation and sets up the other team deep in opposing territory. I am Kevin Arnold. He is Gianluca Di Giacomo. We have our LPV Productions crew led by our production director, Peter Tellep, here tonight. Thank you to everybody on the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC+, and of course, WOBL Radio, Lorain County Country, 107.7 FM, 1320 AM, worldwide, streaming, WOBLradio.com, your favorites, your country favorites of yesterday and today since 1971, official audio home and radio call of the Crunch for all home games, thanks to Great Lakes Honda West in Elyria. Gianluca, what do you expect coming out of this timeout? Now they got a chance to talk about this set piece.
I'm expecting something nicely conjured up. Antonio Manfoot really knows his way around these set pieces, and if they decide to just go direct, it's going to be Dave Jordan's left foot, and either way, I'm going to be happy with what I see.
So Jordan and Suljevic both giving it a look, both giving it a run-up. It will be Jordan to Derazic, a couple touches. That one goes just above the goal mount, hits off the top of the side boards and stays in, and cycled back to Mario Musa. So Jordan going with the pass that time, and then I think was trying to find a pass off the wall to Derazic as he was going one-on-one with Di Matteo. But that one, again, it goes out of play uncharacteristically for Jordan. We've seen here in the second quarter a few just getting underneath that ball and sending it out of play. Here comes Glorioso trying to find the lone goal scorer for Bridge City, and it will be a foul on Chris Fecco just outside the box. Jamie Lucchini strong against Fecco, and he will earn this opportunity as he got locked up arm in arm, and Fecco, the guilty party, have taken him down to the turf. So it'll be Nate Dragizic over this one. Crunch will have a three-man wall as well. Davalos, Suljevic, Piwu just in front, just outside of the goal box. Dragizic will go to his left to Di Matteo. He will find along the wall Jack Shearer, but Musa shuts down that near post, and he gives Piwu an outlet, trying to go one-on-one with Dragizic. Dragizic, what great defense there. Great tackle, and here comes Bridge City. Dragizic alone, gets around Musa. Swan comes to help, but Dragizic stays with it and puts it home. Nate Dragizic cuts the lead to 3 goals for the Crunch. 6:46 to go, 5-2 Cleveland.
Another phenomenal through ball, this time Lucchini on the assisting end of that goal tally. Dragišić just does a good job to stay with it. I mean, I'm sure he heard those racing footsteps of Brendan Swan behind him. He kept his head on his shoulders and put it away.
So back underway, Crunch with the restart. They see their 4-goal lead down to 3. Minnick gets the pass from Bozak. Jana Schmidt kind of playing more of a defensive role tonight instead of that midfield. Trying to get as many goal-scoring opportunities on the pitch tonight as head coach Antonio Manfoot. To get that Crunch, that win, rebuild that confidence, try to finish the last 3 games after tonight strong and get themselves to Vegas in the playoffs. 6:10 left, second quarter. And it gets the pass from Musa, gets dispossessed though. And here comes Bridge City. They'll try to see some runs start to develop. Neil Schaefer on the far side. Nolan Hutter here on the near side, Glorioso. As Di Matteo checks in, Jack Shearer, the starting forward, back out there as well. Tried to win the ball against Schmidt. He forced him back only as far as midfield to Grant Glorioso. In the blue goalkeeper kit with black lettering, black numbers, blue shorts, light blue shorts, black numbers on the left leg, excuse me. It's him and his backup goalkeeper, Kevin Garcia, in those kits tonight. Musa and McIntosh, the 2 goalkeepers for the Crunch, also going blue, but a darker variety. So the officials okay with similar colors there. And then Jordan gets called for a foul against Escada. A little too aggressive there, trying to win that ball back. Bridge City with it. Jack Shearer trying to go to the head of his teammate. Di Matteo with a shot from just wide. That wasn't far off either. And Escada collects. Josh Di Matteo with some authority on that one. That might have beat Musa if it was more on target. And now Rock takes down Mutemwa, and it will be a restart for the Crunch. They're able to clear out of their own zone. 4:40 to go, quarter number 2. 5-2 Crunch. Dragišić, team leading 11th goal. Derazic with the header off the feed from Spragley. He will give a volley that goes just high as well. Boy, oh boy, those glass boards above both goals getting a workout here in quarter number 2. Spraggling again, cuts it back to Derazic. He slots it to the back post in the back corner. Spraggling to Derazic. Tried again, and Derazic gets it to a 4-goal lead again. 6-2, 4:18 left in the second.
That was just a well-orchestrated onslaught from McCain Spraggling and Mikey Derazic there. From the volley cross to the header from Derazic that just ended up over off the top of the wall, and then lining each other up with that. That is a peach of a ball from McCain Spraggling, and Derazic has got his 2nd goal, his 3rd goal involvement in his first game back. This is quite the homecoming for the veteran.
Yes, 8 goals now on the season. Did add an assist to his tally as well, making a case for man of the match early, but a long way to go in this one. Still just over 4 minutes left in the second quarter, but the Crunch with the 4-goal lead of 6-2. Suljevic, Lucchini, battle along the boards. Bohm to his left, a shot from Lucchini, and now a volley that goes out of play off the foot of Logan Mannheimer. Lucchini tested the goalkeeper. Mannheimer had a shot on the volley, just could not get over top of that one. 3:50 now left, 6-2 Crunch. As they announce it here in the arena. Mikey Derazic getting that goal. Musa outlets down to Piwu. That one just saved off the line by Nate Wood. Kind of a iffy clearance there, but just enough away from goal instead of towards it, as Piwu had the opportunity. Now here comes Dragišić to Wood. That one saved by Musa. Suljevic will poke this one up to Piwu just over midfield. Far side, 3:16 now left in the first half. Crunch holding the 6-2 lead. Believe on the scoreboard they have fouls up there as well. Crunch have been called for 4. Pittsburgh only listed as 1. Every time you get to a 6th foul, that results in a shootout for the opponents. Ryan Minnick trying to backheel to Davalos. Good defense by Hutter. Allows Bridge City to go. Dragišić had a runner on the back post. Does not challenge Musa on that one. Dragišić collects just over midfield. Clock moving, 2.5 left here in half number 1. Cleveland 6, Bridge City out of Pittsburgh 2. Rock battling on the boards. Sees 3 defenders. Bozak got a little bit of that, but Dragišić will collect. He will run off to the side as he sends near boards to Glorioso. Over to Rock. Rock sees 2 defenders in Davalos and Swan. Rock goes down. Official kind of had his back to the play, so he was trying to get out of the way. Now Shearer comes to help. You see this in hockey as well, as the U.S. will face Canada in a gold medal matchup tomorrow morning. At the Winter Games, you see that puck get pinned against the boards. Well, here, very similar in indoor soccer. You try to pin that ball and try to win it for your team and maybe get a breakout. Musa will find Sveko. Subtle little touch back to Musa. Jack Shearer and Bridge City will retreat on defense. 1:26 now. Second quarter. Crunch looking to add to a 4-goal lead, 6-2. Derazic has 2 of those here tonight, an assist on another one, so half of the goals. Mikey Derazic, what a welcome back for him, and a great sight for the Crunch to have one of their dangerous men up top back on the pitch for them tonight, involved in half of the goals by the Crunch. Suljevic just near the far side. He'll find Jordan on a curler. What a save! Again by Glorioso down to the near post. How did he get to that one? Here comes the breakout. Josh Lucchini. He will find Shearer back to Lucchini. A well-worked goal on the counterattack. Yes, we're here for the Crunch, but boy, oh boy, when you see beautiful soccer like that, you have to tip your cap. What an unselfish play from Shearer. They got Musa on his heels between him and Josh Lucchini. Lucchini over to Shearer, back to Lucchini, and both Jamie and Josh now on the score sheet for Bridge City, 6-3.
And I think that's just a testament to how well these guys know each other and how well they play with one another, because if you're Lucchini, you square that ball across and you think that your work is done and dusted. It takes a certain amount of non-verbal communication and long time playing together to even know that that second ball back across is coming. It's risky business from Shearer, but you trust the man to know it's coming. Like you said, you got to tip your cap. It's beautiful stuff.
That one goes off the wall. Thought that may have hit that back post and came back out. Looked like it kind of got hidden from us. Jonas Schmidt from Suljevic. Musa does just enough to pop that one in the air. I even got confused on that one. Be interesting to see if we're able to go back to that play. As I look back on it, because I know the stream is behind where we're at.
That looked like it went in.
It looked like it might have gone in. And now a warning to the Crunch bench with 20.3 seconds. That one looked like it may have tucked in and went off, because those back posts that kind of run diagonal down to the floor, if you hit that just right, that ball's coming right back to the pitch. But couldn't really see from this angle. Chanchar goes down, gets it away from Jamie Lucchini. Austin Rock off the wall, trying to find Lucchini. Chanchar again down. Clock stops on the foul from Jamie Lucchini, 8.4 left. 6-3 Crunch looking to take the halftime lead into the locker room. Bridge City definitely game and putting up goals as well. This one is going to go down to the wire. You think a 3-goal lead is a lot. Not in the indoor game, folks. Can change in a hurry. Crunch looking to stay focused. And I believe Chanchar will just kind of keep it at his feet. Bridge City happy to go to the locker room as well, coming off their latest goal, and that is where we hit halftime. Here at the Wolstein Center in MLIS North Division action, the Cleveland Crunch lead Bridge City FC out of Pittsburgh 6-3. Of course, there'll be halftime entertainment going on in the background, but Gianluca and myself, Kevin Earl, will be back to break down the first half, what we saw, and more coming up on your halftime report right here on the Cleveland Crunch Broadcasting Network.
Built on service, driven by integrity, trusted through compassion. They serve, we honor. They commit, we care. They sacrifice, we heal. At Apex Skin, a veteran-owned practice, we proudly give back to those that gave so much by offering free scar revisions through our Purple Heart Project. Trusted care for every journey. Visit apexskin.com/care to schedule your appointment today.
Liberty Home Mortgage is kicking off a new sponsorship with Cleveland Crunch.
We're revolutionizing the way mortgage lending is done today.
Looking to purchase or refinance a home, we'll find the best solution for you.
Come see how Liberty Home Mortgage is changing the game.
Real ingredients, real tradition. Crazy corn, full flavor, every bite. Trust me, you want this.
At Cardinal Credit Union, we're more than just a place to bank. We're on your team. We're local and proud to put Cleveland families first. And now, anyone can join. Cardinals for Cleveland and for parents. With their first debit card, kids learn smart money habits and parents stay in control with real-time supervision. Chores like walking the dog turn into real rewards. Parents lead, kids earn, and everyone scores. Join online or visit our branches and discover the Cardinal difference. Cardinal Credit Union. People helping people.
At Apex Skin, we drive every patient experience and commitment, collaborate with purpose, and deliver excellence, providing care that's compassionate, connected, and centered around you. Trusted care every step of the way.
Freshly chopped, perfectly topped. Fresh chips, creamy queso. Feeling thirsty? Try one of our signature drinks. Mexican classics? Always.
Welcome back inside the Wolstein Center for MLIS North Division action between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. as it is 6-3 Cleveland. With your halftime report, I'm Kevin Arnold. He is Jean-Luc Di-Giacomo, our LPV Productions crew here, as well as the Shaker town, a little suburb here in the Northeast Ohio area. Their youth soccer group is here entertaining some of the folks at halftime. And boy, oh boy, Jean-Luc, I got to tell you, we were talking about it in the break, but, Taqueria, our food sponsor, that was on the screen, and I'm already hungry enough. That's not the great time for that one to come up, but we thank all of our great sponsors, as well as we do want to thank Engineering Excellence, as they are, if you need your HVAC, our support that scales with your business. If you're a business and you need that kind of support, Engineering Excellence delivers nationwide service with certified technicians, 24/7 support, and seamless integration with platforms like ServiceChannel and SAP Ariba. From preventative maintenance to emergency repairs, we serve over 16,000 sites across all 50 states. Call 216-600-4192 or visit engineeringexcellence.com. Gianluca, thoughts on that first half? Crunch leading 6-3. We thought maybe it was hard to see. We tried to go watch the replay several times. Giannis Schmidt kind of had an opportunity to sneak it in the near post. It was kind of messing with us with a white soccer ball on the white boards down there. Looked like it did end up staying out, but we sit 6-3. How do you feel the Crunch has responded at coming off of 2 road losses?
I think they've, against a team as class as Bridge City, Kevin, I think that they have responded as best as they could have. This was a really, really good first half. I mean, and it addressed a lot of the concerns. Admir Suljevic coming off of an injury, he's playing great. Mikey Derisic coming off a suspension, he's playing phenomenal. Bobi Chanchar back there, one of the unsung heroes of this team, because I really do think that he brings just a certain calm, relaxed, stability, presence back there. I mean, and it really just shows how much we miss those guys in road games and games that they're not available. Everyone's working in tandem. The team looks angry about those last 2 games, and they're bringing it back in the best way possible. I think that's as good of a first half as you're going to get.
And before we, hit another break here and preview that second half, what do you see out of Bridge City FC? What is Coach McKenzie there for Bridge City? What is he talking about to the guys there in the locker room? What did you like from him? What do they probably want more of?
Yeah, I really they adapted very quickly to this field, because you could tell that they were struggling with that initially. Like I said, there's a lot of spacing, there's a lot of pockets that the Crunch exploited early on, and a couple lapses in judgment and mistakes, but they've really cleaned that up. And you see how, I feel like the counterattack, the more direct game, they're working really well with. So if they can find those long balls, those counterattacks to keep the Crunch, have their heads on a swivel, they'll look good in the second half. But I think it's really going to come down to, they need to start neutralizing Cleveland's biggest threats on the defensive side as well.
Well, Kickster, the mascot, the dinosaur mascot, and the kids having a great time at halftime. As we hit another break on the other side, we will preview the second half, what we expect to see in that one. 6-3, the Crunch lead over Bridge City FC, right here on the Cleveland Crunch Broadcasting Network.
At Apex Skin, we drive every patient experience and commitment, collaborate with purpose, and deliver excellence, providing care that's compassionate, connected, and centered around you. Trusted care every step of the way.
Craving burritos, tacos, or quesadillas? We've got you covered. Made to order. Every single time.
At Cardinal Credit Union, we're more than just a place to bank. We're on your team. We're local and proud to put Cleveland families first. And now, anyone can join. Cardinals for Cleveland and for parents. With their first debit card, kids learn smart money habits and parents stay in control with real-time supervision. Chores like walking the dog turn into real rewards. Parents lead, kids earn, and everyone scores. Join online or visit our branches and discover the Cardinal difference. Cardinal Credit Union. People helping people.
Built on service, driven by integrity, trusted through compassion. They serve, we honor. They commit, we care. They sacrifice, we heal. At Apex Skin, a veteran-owned practice, we proudly give back to those that gave so much by offering free scar revisions through our Purple Heart Project. Trusted care for every journey. Visit apexskin.com/care to schedule your appointment today.
Authentic Mexican flavor made fresh from scratch. Every ingredient prepared with real Mexican tradition. Your bowl, your rules. Visit us at one of our Cleveland locations.
Back inside the Wolstein Center, halftime continuing to roll on as the Shaker Soccer Club will run off and they will get the Duncan disc toss here. Everybody's been waiting for. They got their Duncan discs in hand, trying to win some prizes and get them into those kiddie pools on the field. But as Bridge City comes out of the locker room waiting to get back on to warm up, what do we want to see? Gianluca Di Giacomo, I am Kevin Earl, he is Gianluca Di Giacomo. What do you think we're going to see from both of these teams coming out of halftime?
With the crunch, I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas pedal. Simple as, they're going to keep doing what they're doing. Moving forward, trying to knock in as many goals as possible because the competition's tight throughout the league, and that goal differential might be a deciding factor of whether they get a 4-seed or a 3-seed if they even make the playoffs entirely. I mean, for Bridge City, they really did seem like they were on the upward trend as the half progressed, so I think if they keep harping on the counterattack, moving forward quickly, trying to catch the crunch off guard as much as they can in rotation and moving the ball up the field as soon as possible, overall, I think we're going to be in for an incredible second half of action.
Well, we will get the second half coming up next as everybody races down to throw their Duncan discs. We will hit another break. This is the Cleveland Crunch Broadcasting Network. I'm Kevin Earl. He is Gianluca Di Giacomo, and we got an exciting second half coming up for you here on MLIS Action.
At Cardinal Credit Union, we're more than just a place to bank. We're on your team. We're local and proud to put Cleveland families first. And now, anyone can join. Cardinals for Cleveland and for parents. With their first debit card, kids learn smart money habits and parents stay in control with real-time supervision. Chores like walking the dog turn into real rewards. Parents lead, kids earn, and everyone scores. Join online or visit our branches and discover the Cardinal difference. Cardinal Credit Union. People helping people.
At Apex Skin, we drive every patient experience and commitment, collaborate with purpose, and deliver excellence, providing care that's compassionate, connected, and centered around you. Trusted care every step of the way.
Authentic Mexican flavor made fresh from scratch. Every ingredient prepared with real Mexican tradition. Your bowl, your rules. Visit us at one of our Cleveland locations.
Back here in the Wolstein Center, got a little wrapped up with the Duncan disc toss. I saw what I actually, just a quick little aside, Gianluca Di Giacomo, I am Kevin Arnold, here with our LPD Productions crew, here on the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC Plus, and audio on WOBO Radio, Lorain County Country. I used to play here at Cleveland State. As a former student here, did the Club Ultimate Frisbee team, and I saw the disc. Now, that was Ultimate Frisbee, but they got the Duncan discs here, and someone tried to throw a hammer throw because I saw the disc kind of go over on its other side. I used to try to throw it all the time, and I always failed. So, but someone got it in the kiddie pool with that throw. So, hey, at least someone's having success with it. So
there you go.
But we are back here at halftime. Just a little bit of time left. The crunch kind of getting out late. I know Bridge City was not happy about the disc toss happening as they were trying to warm up with Duncan discs flying at them. But I think that they will probably give a little reprieve because it is first responders and military appreciation night, so they were, giving announcements there at halftime while the kids were there. I mean, you got Shaker, you got Twinsburg, Cleveland Force SC here tonight. I know Riverside is here, as well as Cuyahoga Valley. There are so many, and this is what is great about these games, whether it's here with Cleveland, I see it on the streams of all these other games, the youth soccer players that are brought out to these games and either getting discounts or getting in free because their teams are getting that spotlight. That's what it's all about. The youth kind of coming out, getting to see these professionals on both sides, and they are being treated to one heck of a match there, but that's what this is really all about. But it is back to brass tacks, and that is this match in the second half as the Crunch will look to add to their 6-3 lead. Bridge City got a little momentum there at the end of the first half. And Gianluca, as you kind of look at it, I saw a little confidence in the walk back to the locker room from Bridge City, getting that goal the way that they did as the last ones to score with the last word, you could say, there in the first half.
Yeah, definitely gave Antonio Manfoot a couple of sour talking points heading into the break, but I mean, they have every right to strut back to the locker room with some confidence, because I think they really are starting to feel the situation out and get used to playing on a pitch of this size against an opponent like the Crunch, coming back with a completely 100% full-strength squad, might I add. So, I mean, they have every right to be proud of where they are right now. Even if that is down 3 goals, there's still 30 minutes of soccer for these guys to play in the confines of the Wolstein Center, which fortunately, we are playing more in a soccer environment and not one where I would be getting ready to go skiing like it was a couple of weeks ago. That definitely helps, not having to wear gloves up here. But I really think this is going to be a special second half, and it's going to be up to the Crunch in the first 5 to 7 minutes of the second half to stomp out the confidence that Pittsburgh has been spending that first half building up.
Well, before we get back going, you see them across the chest of the Crunch on their uniforms this season. Got to thank Cardinal Credit Union. They have been serving Northeast Ohio communities since 1953, and today they're proud to serve as the official credit union title sponsor of the Cleveland Crunch. Membership is easy. Just $5. Yes, just $5. You become a member and an owner with access to checking, savings, loans, and more. If you live or work in Lake, Cuyahoga, Geauga, or surrounding counties, Cardinal Credit Union may be the right financial partner for you. Once a member, always a member at Cardinal Credit Union. So for the Crunch, they will return with their starters. Looks like Bridge City will as well. That's Grant Glorioso in goal, Anthony Rowan, Josh DiMatteo on defense, Austin Rock in the midfield, up top Nate Dragic, Jack Shearer, Mario Musa, the goalkeeper for the Crunch, Bobby Chanchar, Dave Jordan, and Sammy Mutemwa in the midfield along with Admir Sujevic and Mikey Derazic. 2 goals and an assist in that first half. He is back out there, and just like that, we talked about it in the pregame, they like those quick rotations. It'll be a restart set piece with Nate Dragic over it for Bridge City. So they bring in a bit of a taller player in Piwu, take Derazic out, bring Piwu in to defend on this one. Chanchar, what a save by Musa. Yeah, Chanchar came running out at Sam Bohm. That one was going top shelf. If Musa didn't get his mitt to it, now Piwu on the attack. Had to wait back for that one. It is 3-on-2, Mutemwa. Back post. Piwu, Sujevic, Mutemwa. And it goes 7-3, 14:27 left in the third. You heard Gianluca there. That is the sound and the sights of beautiful, beautiful soccer.
Everything about that play was beautiful, and you couldn't have pictured a more perfect first 30 seconds of the second half. Like I said, Kevin, these guys wanted to stomp out the momentum that Bridge City had as soon as possible. A picture-perfect save from Mario Musa, a throw the length of the pitch, 2 quick one-time passes, and a beautiful goal. I'm awestruck up here.
Speechless. In a job where you need your voice, Gianluca Di Giacomo is speechless, and that just shows you right there the beauty of that play. Piwu had to wait on that outlet pass from Musa, but he got a great first touch, and that allowed Sujevic to come and add to the attack 3-on-2, and then he found Mutemwa, who had just stationed himself on that back post, and all he had to do was tuck it past Glorioso, and it makes it 7-3 with 14 minutes left in the third quarter. So Austin Rock now in possession with Bridge City. He will try to find a teammate in the corner, but Musa collects the loose change there. On the pitch for Bridge City, it is Matt Teitelbaum, who will play up top with Austin Rock just behind him in the midfield. He will battle Tomasz Nagy. Matt Nagy gets the step. He will try to roll over it with his foot. Glorioso did just enough to get in the way of Nagy. That one just got away from him just by a touch. And that's the difference between scoring a goal and keeping it at 7-3 here in the match. Bozak goes off the wall. Derzic, far post, and there's the hat trick on the half volley. That one just skirted across the turf and into the bottom right-hand corner. I'm telling you, that bottom right-hand corner, someone better check that back post at some point after the match, because there might be some dents from how much work it's getting in this match. 8-3, 13-13. And now it'll be a timeout for Bridge City. Gianluca, the passing, the ball movement, the crunch had an emphasis on that in training this week, and it is back in a beautiful way here tonight.
Yeah, you see all of the partnerships that have been building through these last 6 years coming to life right now. And just looking at this replay as we check out the YouTube stream, I've said it a million times, playing the ball off the wall is an art form. There's a certain weight that you have, there's a certain awareness of, I guess, just the build of the wall that you have to realize. And not only did Aiden Bozak play that one to perfection, that one wasn't even off the wall on the ground, that was in the air, and somehow found its way all the way on the opposite end for Mikey Derzic. And there's something about that angle for Derzic. He does not miss along a wall near the frame of goal as he secures a hat trick in his first match back. Countless things going right now.
Countless things going right. And for the young people out there, maybe the kids watching, or if you're watching it back later, if you were in attendance at the match here tonight, when you ask your teachers, when am I ever going to need this stuff in math class, in geometry, that kind of geometry right there, finding ways to play the ball off the wall, understanding angles, and doing that in a quick manner through your mind like Bozak just did to Derzic. Derzic knowing to send it right back to where it came from with Glorioso out of position. And we are back underway. 8-3 Cleveland over Bridge City FC out of Pittsburgh. 13 minutes left here in quarter number 3. Jack Shearer battles Giannis Schmidt. He'll turn, that one deflects. Musa was going into the save. That one deflected the wrong direction. That one might have gone past Musa. McCain Spragling, good to see him. Bobby Chanchar, Admir Suljevic back from injuries, back with this team as they make the final run. A little grimace there from Giannis Schmidt. He will go off and maybe get some treatment. We'll keep our eye on that. Saw a definite grimace there from Giannis Schmidt as he tried to take a step forward. Piwa with a header! A glancing header from Chanchar! What a ball! What a header! Just the slightest of touches off of Piwu's head. And Glorioso, the only thing he could do was find it, touching the back of the net. 9-3, and momentum clearly on the side of the crunch here in quarter number 3.
That's just ridiculous, man. If you're Grant Glorioso, I mean, you're left out to dry back there, but what else are you supposed to do? And as going back to my first point of when Piwa scored earlier on, his ability to manipulate space, he knows exactly how far away he is from the goal, and knows that all he needed was the slightest touch, the slightest misdirection on that ball, and it was going to end up in the back of the net.
And now, Crunch already back on the attack, and there was a foul down below the boards that we could not see, but Sveko got dumped to the turf from Escada. No advantage could be played there, so they will pull it back to a more advantageous position for the Crunch. Jordan will take it, rip, far post. That one goes way wide. And now Bridge City able to attack. They were looking for Lucchini, was Hutter, Jamie Lucchini, who got the scoring started for Bridge City here tonight off an assist from his brother. Both brothers have scored here tonight, but Not much else. 11:47 now in quarter number 3. 9-3 Cleveland. They scored 9 goals when these two teams met in Pittsburgh. Plenty of time left for more. Plenty of time for Bridge City to make a comeback. Brendan Swan, plenty of turf in front of him. He'll find Mutemwa. Back post. That one saved by Glorioso. Took a better angle as the Crunch were trying to mimic what they did with Derazic just a few minutes ago. Suljevic off the wall. Mutemwa against his fellow number 15. Good job getting in the way was Hutter. Suljevic wins it back though. Bridge City can't get out of their own half. Mutemwa, a couple step overs, looking for someone on the far side. He'll come back near side to Najar. Suljevic, tucked near post. Mutemwa chests it down. Good block there from Bridge City. Just not enough of that transition to counter. Neil Schaefer had it. Here comes Hutter. Kick save by Musa, out of play. And now a blue card shown to Mutemwa, as they said he grabbed the jersey and took down Nolan Hutter. So it will be a power play for Bridge City. Vital opportunity with a team that hasn't really given up power play goals this season in the Crunch. One thing that they're doing really well this season. And the Crunch are having a deep conversation with the head official. Musa, Najar, Jordan, Sveko also in there. And now it'll be a shootout opportunity, I believe because of where that foul occurred, and a goal-scoring opportunity. We saw a few weeks ago where every time there was a blue card, the officials went straight to the shootout, which they should not have done. It should have gone to a power play. But I believe this is the right decision for where they called that foul at and how advantageous the shot was. Musa comes out and gets just enough. So it'll be Jamie Lucchini with the miss, but he stays out there with Bridge City on the power play. 10:35 to go. Nate Dragic setting the point against Najar. Di Matteo off the near boards, heads it back, and now a foul will be called, gives the chance for the Crunch to kill some time and put that ball deep into Bridge City territory. 9-3, 10:24 to go. That one sent all the way down to Glorioso. Wasn't able to corral that one. Derazic all on his lonesome against 4 Bridge City players. Crunch looking for a short-handed goal possibly. And now Crunch will have to track back. Dragic will get things under control, try to set up. About 30 seconds into the power play. Jamie Lucchini had a shootout opportunity, wasn't able to finish. That one blocked away by Chanchar. As Lucchini was trying to find the back post, Dragic back to Jamie Lucchini. That one crossed, Chanchar sends it out. I think that was Josh Lucchini, his brother. It is, down there in the near corner. Good 1-2 give and go finish from Bridge City. They take advantage of the man advantage, and Josh Di Matteo finishes that one. Didn't see who got the assist. His back was not turned. His numbers are only on the back, but what a run and a give and go from Josh Di Matteo, and just smashes it past Mario Musa.
On both sides of the ball tonight, Kevin, we are seeing just majestic soccer. Taking a look at the replay on your screen here. Oh my goodness. That is just ridiculous.
It is Jack Shearer on the assist. The 1-2 with Josh Di Matteo. 9-4 Crunch as the power play goal goes in the back of the net. And it goes out of play with 9:35 to go. Apologies there, Gianluca, for cutting you off talking about that one. Wanted to make sure we gave credit where credit is due. Jack Shearer there. We'll kind of talk about that goal in just a second after this set piece. Suljevic to Jordan. Left foot down. Gets a block by Bridge City. We're back to even strength now that a goal was scored by the power play team. Jordan taken down. And they're looking for a blue card to be shown to, I believe that is Teitelbaum, but they are not going to get it. Everybody that got their blue card magnet schedules in the first and the home opener, they're showing them, but Only calls that matter are those in the purple and black. Glorioso down to a stretch save off of Dave Jordan. Derzic going one-on-one with Bohm. Looking for some space as he'll get some help. Jordan alone, left foot, near post, just wide. And now Bridge City on the counterattack. They have a 3-on-2. Good transition defense, though, by the Crunch, stymieing Neil Schaefer and Bridge City. Jack Shearer just got the assist on the last goal. 8:40 left. 9-4 Crunch. Seen a couple beautifully worked goals by Bridge City, just not enough of that. Austin Rock off the wall. That was Bohm trying to get it. He'll battle Jordan in the far corner. Shearer just had the assist. He sees Najjar in his way. Bohm trying to win it from Suljevic. That popped up and popped out of play. It goes off of Bridge City. Back to Mario Musa. Apologies there, Gianluca. Just talking about that goal, going back just a few minutes to that goal from Bridge City.
Yeah, honestly, Kevin, I'm happy you cut me off because it was just going to be the same thing that we got with the other thing. There wasn't really too much to say. Just how well these guys know each other. It's almost like all of them were all of them 2 steps ahead collectively. I mean, it was really incredible to see how that played out. Swan did not get the best of that.
And a blue card will be shown to Jamie Lucchini, who has words for the official afterwards. He came barreling through Brendan Swan, who got in the way of that corner kick, took the brunt of that contact, and Jamie Lucchini will take the long walk over to our side of the pitch to the penalty box. So now the Crunch will look to answer Bridge City's power play goal with a power play goal of their own. And really, this is a number they want to improve upon. Based on the stats coming into this one, they're only converting 21% of the time on power play opportunities. So 8:13 the time of the foul. So at 6:13, Jamie Lucchini will be able to go back and we'll back to even strength unless a goal is scored first. Dave Jordan out there. Suljevic battling Dragišić, who's part of the penalty kill team. 57% of the time they face a power play against them. Bridge City is able to keep the opponents at bay. 7:43 power play time, quickly getting away. And now Najjar will get called for a foul. He won ball, but the follow through, I think, is what got him through the legs of Dragišić. Crowd, you can kind of hear them coming through our microphones. They are not happy at all with those in purple and black tonight.
It's a rough one, but to make a split-second call like that, you can't really pin it against the officials. It's an understandable whistle, at the least.
And you see a leg kind of swipe through and someone go to the ground. Like you said, it is split-second decisions. And now a foul on Bridge City. Things starting to get chippy, physical. You think soccer's not a physical sport, and you have not been watching enough soccer. It can get physical in a hurry. 7:18 on the clock. Derzic with it. He'll go back to the middle of the pitch to Suljevic. The Crunch still on the power play. The time already getting away from them. Suljevic down to Jordan, popped it up. I think he was trying to slot that home to the back post with his left foot. Got underneath it, and the whistles are starting to fly a lot more here in the second half. In just 1 quarter, less than a quarter of play than we heard all of the first half.
Yeah, that one you certainly can't complain about that call. Piwu did. Kind of chopped a man's legs out from underneath him, around the wall too, which is a little bit of an added danger and a little bit more of a necessity for the official to call a foul there.
Bridge City in retreat. Jamie Lucchini now back. It is an even strength game once again, so no power play goal for the Crunch. That time went by very, very quickly. Piwu trying to poke it home. Glorioso is there, and he will collect. What strength from Gabriel Piwu to get by his defender. Just not able to get enough on it. I think just enough hip-to-hip contact there between him. I think that's Neil Schaefer back there on defense. Crowd is into this one. Probably one of the biggest crowds we have seen. If you want to be a part of this, theclevelandcrunch.com is the place to get your tickets. Just 2 home games left. Derzic, oh my, that would have been a heck of a highlight reel. He had his defender, broke his ankles, just put it off the near post. 5:53 to go, third quarter, 9-4 Crunch. Derzic calling for his guys to push up, add the pressure. Glorioso goes down. He's looking at the officials for something. Didn't see really anybody around him. That one goes out of play, and it'll be a restart for the Crunch. I think it'll be another one of these restarts. Wonder if Sujovic has kind of passed out of this several times. Wonder if he's looking to be a little selfish. It's been an unselfish match from both teams here tonight. Sometimes the best option, just take it yourself.
Definitely a little bit tougher on a field like this. The goals are definitely smaller than they used to be back in North Olmsted, but I mean, Admir, even before I started calling games for the Crunch, back when he was at Cleveland SC, one of the things that he was most well known for was his set pieces. And I mean, that translates from outdoor to indoor, regardless of the size of goal, how far out you are. To have that skill is to have that skill.
Sujovic will come to Minnick. Minnick was trying to go 5-hole between the wickets of Glorioso. He got his knee down just in the nick of time. And here comes Jack Shearer on the attack with Bridge City. Has Escada far side against Jordan, and Jordan does enough. The feet get tangled. Jordan just gives him a little nudge to Escada. I think advantage played here. Blue card is coming out, and then flipped over the wall is Tomasz Nagy. Nagy is upset. Blue card was already coming out for the foul on Najar, and then Di Matteo pushed Nagy over the boards. You see the foul there from Josh Lucchini, and then a nudge over the boards to Nagy. Nagy had to be held back because he was about to, I think he was about to go back at Lucchini, even though Di Matteo is the one that pushed him over the boards. 5:21 to go, a lot to sort out for the officials. It was going to be a delayed foul call if advantage could not be played with the pass from Najar to Nagy, and then you get a second physical foul from Bridge City, so waiting word from the officials to see, and they will take a timeout to come over to their assistants and sort everything out. We'll have Gianluca keep an eye on the officials too as they are talking through this one, as I tell you about Consumer Tire. Crunch fans, when it comes to tires and auto repair, trust the team that puts family first. Consumer Tire is a family-owned and operated business delivering honest service, quality parts, and dependable repairs across Northeast Ohio. Visit Consumer Tire in Menor, Chardon, Macedonia, Massillon, or Solon, or head to consumertire.com to book your next service. Consumer Tire, the official tire company of the Cleveland Crunch. Conversations between the officials still happening. 5:21 to go, quarter number 3. I'm Kevin Earl. He is Gianluca Di Giacomo. Crunch leading Bridge City FC out of Pittsburgh 9-4. Had 2 hard tackles from Bridge City as the officials talk through it. Now the officials will go over and talk to both teams, and it is a good time to tell you about Greeny Sports Cards, largest producer of trading card shows in Northeast Ohio with over 30 shows in 2026. Their shows, and they're already talking about the big one in April, mid-April, the Great Lakes Collectors Convention at the Independence Fieldhouse, Independence, Ohio. They also have shows at the Kirtland Senior Center once a month. So go to greenieshows.com for all the latest when they will have their shows. I know that they did one in Columbus, a big one at the State Fairgrounds. They are definitely a big-time sponsor of so much here in Northeast Ohio, and they do it all for everybody here. So Mario Musa comes over to the penalty box. Not sure. He may have gotten a yellow card for dissent. I didn't see one come out. I don't know, Gianluca, if you saw one actually come out.
Yeah, I looked like I did see the official holding a yellow card, but I don't think it was pointed in his direction. It looked like it was pointed in the direction of somebody on the opposite side that was involved with Tomasz Nagy going overboard with Josh Di Matteo and such, but either way, Musa's in there. Might have been maybe something a little bit right before or during the timeout he might have said, but because the Crunch are still with 6 men on the pitch, but Musa is in the penalty box. Fortunately, we do have someone as talented as Liam McIntosh coming off the bench.
Yeah, Liam McIntosh comes off the bench. He has started 6 games this season. He is 4-2 with a 5.11 goals against average, 69 saves, a 74.2% save percentage. He replaces Musa, who came in with only 2 games played. This is his third game started. He's 2-0 with a 5.14 goals against average. How about that? Keeping it close with your teammate there. 5.11 versus 5.14. He had 22 saves and a 72% save percentage coming in. I'm sure those numbers have changed. Definitely have changed here tonight. We thank everybody that's jumped in on the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel. Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC Plus, audio on WOBL Radio, Lorain County Country, 107.7 FM, 1320 AM. Worldwide, WOBLradio.com, playing country music favorites of yesterday and today since 1971. Audio home and radio call home of Cleveland Crunch home games. We appreciate them out there, Gary and David and so many other people there at WOBL Radio. And we have to thank Great Lakes Honda West in Elyria for being the proud sponsor of them being the audio and radio call home of the Crunch home games. So we are getting word down from the sideline. So yellow card was shown to Musa. Blue to, I'm not sure which one is younger between Josh and Jamie Lucchini.
Josh, number 9, I believe, is the one that got the blue there.
Okay, so he is the one that fouled Najjar. And then 17, Lewis Newell also in the box, but not sure. So a yellow card, I believe, to either to Newell himself or the Bridge City bench, because they had just warned Bridge City's bench for some of the conversations coming from their bench area. But Bridge City only has 3 on the pitch. Do they have 2 yellow cards or 2 blue cards down there?
Yeah, I believe. So I'm assuming Newell also got a blue card.
DiMatteo for pushing him, but DiMatteo's over on is on the bench right now.
Yeah, not sure that with DiMatteo, that one was a tough one because the contact wasn't super severe, but with Nagy there, it's either you kind of have to throw yourself over the wall or you take the brunt of that impact right on the waistline. So although Nagy did go over the wall in a heap, the contact wasn't nearly as severe as it looked. Still most certainly a foul, but I think you got to cut DiMatteo a little bit of slack there.
And I just saw Nate Wood come over as well, but it is 5-on-3 soccer. Glorioso, what a save. So a power play, sorts that you don't really get to see. 2-man advantage for the Crunch. If McIntosh were to come up here, it'd be a 3-man advantage. Derizic on the volley, just above the woodwork. Stays in play. Jordan to Suljevic. So far, so good for Bridge City. Dragizic at the top of the triangle defenders. Suljevic from Derizic, went wide. Derizic, step over to Najjar again. Another great save from Glorioso as he pumps his fist to the air, covering that near post. And now Josh DiMatteo will come out as one of the 3. It is also Neil Schaefer on defense. He comes out to guard Derizic near side. He'll go back and forth between him and Suljevic. We'll let you know as guys come out of that penalty box. Glorioso went to defend Piwu. Jordan, there it is. Derizic to Jordan. Derizic with a hat trick and 2 assists. Dave Jordan makes it 10-4 with 4:21 to go. And now Josh Lucchini and Nate Wood serving blue cards for Bridge City will come out, make it even strength. But Gianluca, you had to score there when you are up by 2 men on the pitch.
I was going to say only 3 field players in that situation. Crunch had him firing shots from any and all angles. It was only a matter of time before the ball ended up in the back of the net. An official word from Corbin Williams on the sideline. On number 17, Newell was given a blue and a yellow on that pass play, which is why that was at that point a 6v4. So we were right about him receiving a yellow, but he also received a blue in the meantime. So 2 cards in the same play. I don't think I've ever seen that in my 3 years of calling indoor soccer matches.
I have not either, but yellow card still being assessed as I think too many guys came out of that penalty box for Bridge City. That might have been Lewis Newell back to the penalty box. Trying to get things sorted here. There's 4 field players for Bridge City, so Crunch still on a power play. Trust me, as soon as we get the information, we will give it to you. But Josh Lucchini, who was served a blue card, is back out there. And now in retreat is Bridge City. Mutemwa will wait for reinforcements.
It's the Cleveland Crunch power play goal.
3:50 to go. Derazic
Forward by your captain.
down to the near corner to Piwu.
Jordan.
Still on the power play of the Crunch, now 5-on-4 instead of 5-on-3. Tomasz Nagy, far side, he gets it. Back to Suljevic. Derazic, step over, rip into the block of Dragic. 10-4, 3:26 to go. Di Matteo, full stretch header out of play. You got to applaud the effort there. Di Matteo selling out everything, and now he stays down, and you hope the best for him as he goes down. He is moving on the pitch, but they will call trainer Desmond Holmes out of Metro Health Sports Medicine out to the pitch.
Yeah, blocking that one with their head, that's a noble cause. But with a ball off the head with that amount of momentum, it's definitely just...
So it's still Nate Wood in the box for Bridge City. I know they were assessed 2 blue cards, but 2 guys came out of the penalty box, but they're still down a man. I'm trying to make sense of it. We will try to get information from the official scoring down at the scorer's table.
Fortunately, Di Matteo's up and walking. I was going to say it was definitely better. He just kind of stay down for a second and collect himself. You don't want to mess about with head injuries, but...
No, you do not.
Walked off under his own power, so seems like he'll be okay, but definitely going to need some further assessment. But definitely went down in a noble fashion.
So Suljevic over the corner kick, near corner, off to our left. Ooh, what a block by Dragic. Took all of that power shot from Jordan. Now a race between Josh and Najar, and McIntosh gets a save. On his toes is McIntosh, calling out where he wants his defenders. Josh Lucchini had a golden opportunity, and he couldn't put it past McIntosh. Now Piwu, shot above the goal, and still on the power play, I believe, are the Crunch. As we get official word from the officials, seeing how many guys come off the bench. There's still 4, now 5. Full strength now we are at 2:48 to go. 10-4 Crunch.
Apex Skin is the official dermatology provider of the Crunch. Keep your skin in the game with Apex Skin. Visit apexskin.com/crunch to learn more.
So Jamie Lucchini now, brother of Josh, he comes in. A good pass, and what a save by McIntosh. Just saw that one, outstretched his arms and collected it off the foot of Bohm. Austin Rock had set him up perfectly, and McIntosh denies at the doorstep again. That's what mental toughness is all about, coming off the bench ready when your starter goes in the box. McIntosh, what a luxury to have him coming off your bench as your backup goalkeeper. 2:18 now, third quarter, 10-4 Crunch. Schmidt was looking to turn against Jamie Lucchini. Swan wins it back though. Schmidt with his left foot, that one goes wide. Minnick collects. Back to Bozak. Bozak and Schmidt It's good to see Schmidt back out there as he was kind of grimacing earlier on in the match. As he will try to make a give and go with Minnick. Doesn't get it. Spraglin comes in as well as Swan. Derzic will replace Minnick. Davalos down to Spraglin. I know people want to see Spraglin score. Maybe he'll get a backflip off the wall as he has an opportunity here. He'll go off the wall, try to find Derzic, just couldn't get enough of that one to bring it down in front of him. 1:27 now, quarter number 3. Bridge City on the road, hence their rivals, the Cleveland Crunch. Bridge City out of Pittsburgh trail 10-4 with 1 quarter still to play and some change. DiMatteo, good to see him back out there as well. Escada against Jordan. Jordan cuts him off at the wall, comes back to help against Dragizic. Now, middle of the pitch, shot coming in. Mutemwa gets his foot on it. Bridge City still in possession. Shot from Dragizic. Kisses off the near post, stays out. They'll retain possession, just Bridge City trying to find one before the end, and then that one goes out of play. Didn't get enough of the wall, did Dragizic. And the Crunch with 39.6, trying to finish this quarter strong. Tomasz Nagy sends it back to McIntosh. Really good first touch there, underrated first touch from McIntosh. Plenty of good foot skills coming out of that goalkeeper room for the Crunch. 25 seconds now, clock ticking down. Quarter number 3. Suljevic in retreat to help as Escada was on the sprint. Stops, looking for Dragizic. He'll get it. Find DiMatteo near side. Under 10 to go. Good job there defensively from Suljevic. Sveko will just send it down the pitch. And luckily DiMatteo passed that one off the boards instead of past Glorioso. And that closes quarter number 3. 3 quarters in the books. The Crunch in position to get their 7th win of the season, get back on the winning track. They got 15 minutes of work still left to do. Myself, Kevin Earls, Gianluca Di Giacomo will bring that to you in just a few moments right here on the Cleveland Crunch Broadcasting Network.
Real ingredients, real tradition. Crazy corn, full flavor, every bite. Trust me, you want this.
At Apex Skin, we drive every patient experience and commitment, collaborate with purpose, and deliver excellence, providing care that's compassionate, connected, and centered around you. Trusted care every step of the way.
Back inside the Wolstein Center here, MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, Rock Entertainment Sports Network, as well as WKYC Plus and audio on WOBL Radio, 107.7 FM, 1320 AM, WOBLradio.com, Lorain County Country. As between quarters here, got another competition. It'll be a shootout power play consumer tire. Thread the tire competition here tonight. So as they get that all set up, we can also tell you not only is Consumer Tire a great partner, but so is Metro Health. Metro Health provides us with Desmond Holmes and a lot of the great training, a lot of the health and safety that they provide to these players. And our contender puts the ball through the Consumer Tire, thread the tire, so he'll win a great prize from the Crunch. But if you are out there in need of health assistance, Metro Health Sports Medicine knows athletes can't afford to sit on the sidelines. That's why they're here to help you avoid injuries with these tips. And I'm telling you, listen to these, because as I was younger, I did not always listen to these, and it caused me to miss more time than I wanted to in sports activities. you need to ease into the new activities. Stretch before and after workouts. Stay hydrated. Mix up your routines. Rest if you feel pain. If injury strikes, trust Metro Health to get you back in the game. Call 216-95-SPORT, 216-957-7678, or visit metrohealth.org/sportsmedicine. Metro Health Sports Medicine, where the pros go. So just about ready to start quarter number 4. PA announcer Nick Lanise gets the crowd into it. Everybody's still here, even with a 6-goal lead. They know things can change in an instant. Musa done serving his 5 minutes. He is back out there. Great job. Tip of the cap to Liam McIntosh. Had 2 or 3 amazing saves there to keep Bridge City off the board. Shonchar was looking deep for Derizic. That is collected by Bridge City. Now the Crunch go the other way. Dispossessed was Anthony Rowan. Tomasz Nagy off the wall to Suljovic. That one, you have to love the effort and energy that Schaefer has brought. Neil Schaefer, the defender, has just been all over the place trying to help Glorioso. And I think that they have made a, is that Glorioso still down there? Yes, it is. He is still out there. I have a feeling you're going to see Glorioso more and more in the attack as this quarter ticks by. Now 14 minutes to go. I'm Kevin Earl. He's Gianluca Di Giacomo, along with our LPV Productions crew. Our production director, Peter Tella, bringing in the sights and sounds of this rivalry matchup between Cleveland and Pittsburgh. Crunch go left to right. Bridge City going the other direction. Chris Svecko, Aiden Bozak, Najar, Davalos, Piru the 5 out there. Schaefer still out there along with Rock and Rowan for Bridge City. Dragizic is out there as well as Jack Shear. So mix of starters and reserves for Bridge City. Schaefer gets a well-deserved rest, the captain and starter on defense. Di Matteo comes back. Josh Lucchini against Brendan Swan, far corner. Shearer finds Glorioso. He does come forward. That one goes just wide. Musa was full stretch. It was by him, but Glorioso just kissed it off the woodwork. Understand the Crunch allowing Glorioso a little space, but don't want to see him doing that. Shearer almost got his head to that one from Di Matteo. And now they will give the possession to Bridge City. They couldn't. Both teams were begging for possession. Bridge City in their gold uniforms tonight will get a set piece right at the top of the half circle outside of Musa's goal box. 12:46 now in the match. Crunch 6-goal lead, 10-4. Trying to go to the back post. Jack Shear was trying to sneak his way back there. Couldn't get it through the wall. Did Dragizic. Now on the counterattack. Bozak open, goes into the waiting chest. Down to a slide from Glorioso. Tried to open up, try to get it to that back post. Glorioso, really good angle. Now Dragizic has Bohm. That one goes off the near post. Bohm didn't have his balance. Now we go end to end. 2-on-1 off the wall. Davalos, good tracking back by Tuttlebom, but a move, a crossover from Davalos, and he puts it to the back of the net. Glorioso can only smile and shake it off as the Crunch have now put 11 past him in Bridge City. They lead 11-4 with 12 to go.
Great transition play there from the Cleveland Crunch. I mean, you saw their ability there to get up the pitch as quickly as they possibly could have in that situation. The defender had to pick one of them. He ends up going for Davalos. That leaves Minnick open. And as he tracks to Minnick, Davalos is there. It comes off the wall. He stays composed, takes a touch to bring it down, and puts it in the back of the net beautifully. Great stuff there. No complaints. Also a great heads-up play for Musa to even get that ball out in the first place.
Musa not happy with Josh Lucchini. Musa's got to be held back. You don't want to see anything like we had the last time. And now, I believe that's another yellow card to Mario Musa. who is not happy with that foul, but he got up very, very quickly. Liam McIntosh will come back in. And that's a second yellow for Musa, so I have a feeling, same thing as outdoor, he will be sent off. We'll see here.
I don't believe 2 yellows equates to a red in the indoor game, as he is heading to the penalty box. So,
all right, so 2 yellows don't make a red. 2 wrongs don't make an ejection here in the match, but I have a feeling we're going to see a lot more Liam McIntosh here in the 4th quarter. Musa is hot down there in the penalty box.
that one definitely a bit of a reckless challenge, but the reaction there, he's got to keep his head on his shoulders. You saw Sammy Mutemwa kind of trying to calm him down as he was heading towards the center midfield crunch logo, but and there's a 3rd yellow, and now Musa's gone.
Yep. And now he continues to bark, and he's going to get suspended for the next match with a red card. He can't afford to have the review come in with this and get any more games taken off. You need Mario Musa between the pipes to make a playoff run. Antonio Manfoot not happy with Musa there. He sees the wrongs done by his goalkeeper, has a word with him. You trust the heck out of Liam McIntosh, but you, in terms of just having a full gambit of players, Gianluca, you don't want to have to continue to find ways to fill spots throughout the rest of the season. You want the opportunity to have the full gambit. No matter who you end up going with, you want the opportunity to have the full roster available to you in these crucial steps down the stretch of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess the good thing is with the away match, it seems like Musa's been staying for the home games more so. And again, McIntosh is as talented as ever. So hopefully we'll be in good hands for the next game. Let's just hope that, like you said, the league doesn't step in and push that any further than it needs to go, because the game after that
what a save! What a deflection off the line by Josh Lucchini, filling in for his goalkeeper, as Spragling just missed the outstretched pass from Jordan, and then he backheeled it, and then the shot coming in, Lucchini, but Mutemwa gets his reprieve, and he gets his second. Blows kisses to the crowd. Grant Glorioso helped up by his teammate. Didn't give that goal enough credit on the call. Apologies to Sammy Mutemwa, but he had the opportunity. A great save off the line, helping out the goalkeeper by Josh Lucchini, but right there on the restart, goes to the middle of the pitch, and Sammy Mutemwa knows what to do in front of net.
Yeah, good heads-up play there from Derzic and Mutemwa alike, and that is a 6th goal involvement on the evening from Mikey Derzic as well. To combat 2 goals from Sammy Mutemwa, he came into this game with only 1.
Half the goals scored have involved Mikey Derzic tonight. As we said earlier, wasn't able to travel with the team when he came off suspension, so this is his first game back. And boy, oh boy, is the Crunch and the fans loving to see him. Now 3-on-2. Jamie Lucchini to Bohm. Sam Bohm back to the top. Sleevich coming back. Austin Rock gets it saved by McIntosh. And that's what you're saying. This is, you start with Mario Musa, you bring in Liam McIntosh. Good luck scoring a lot of goals against the Crunch when you have that tandem in net. Even with the red card shown to Musa, he had beautiful saves here tonight. And McIntosh, all he's come in and done is stopped everything in his path like a brick wall. 10:23 to go, 12-4 Crunch. As you said, for Sammy Mutemwa, came in with only 1 goal, has got a couple on the night, so he goes up to 3. And that's what you want to see, guys that haven't that have been around all 6 seasons. Ryan Minnick's another one. He's put in work. He's been in all the games. Those are the guys coming off the bench that are so crucial for this team to get where they want to go this season. And now an errant arm comes out, smacks Sujovic in the head as he was going by him. That from Schaefer. The way that Schaefer's played tonight, he went up to Sujovic trying to say, like, it wasn't intentional. I can definitely believe that one coming from Schaefer. I'm sure down there on the pitch, it's hard to believe because you're in the heat and the adrenaline of the battle. Sujovic wasn't liking his explanation. So the Crunch restart, Derizic on it, and cheeky little finish to the bottom corner. 13 now for the Crunch. And that lead balloons to 9. 9:40 left in the match. Mikey Derizic with 4 goals tonight. He is up to 10. And Gianluca, if I'm right, 8 assists now on the season with 3 tonight, or at least.
Yeah, 3 assists, 4 goals. I mean, let me tell you, Kevin, like we said, this team was desperate, hungry for redemption after dropping 2 games in a row for only the 3rd time since this team has come back, by the way. So, I mean, today was just about buckling up your work jeans and getting out there and getting down to business. And boy, 13 goals against a team as credible and as talented as Bridge City, with 9 minutes left on the clock, mind you. I mean, this is turning out to be a very, very successful night.
People was trying to outlet to Bozak. He's just a little too hot on the pass. Bozak stays in position, will come back and help on defense. It's Bridge City. If they have any climbing up or positioning in the league this season, goal differential still matters, so both teams are going to keep going at it. Rowan, good individual effort. Try to turn, did Bozak. Logan Manheimer stayed right in front. Now a full-on stretch save, but not able to get back. Behind it is Liam McIntosh, and Jack Shearer finishes off the deflection and save from McIntosh. He tried to jump back up and get another save as he went in the air. Shearer slots it underneath and makes it 13-5.
You got to tip your cap to Jack Shearer because he really has earned a goal. Both of his assists tonight coming off of extremely unselfish one-touch plays around the area when he absolutely could have ripped a shot himself. So I think he definitely has earned a goal this evening. It's come at a rather unfortunate time as the Crunch are slightly running away with this, but still right place, right time, did what he needed to do.
Still 8.5 minutes left in the 4th, not quite halfway through the final quarter. Jordan sees Derizic right off, tried to chip, but put too much power on that one. Glorioso was definitely out of net. If you're having a night like Mikey Derizic, you definitely have a go just like that one right there. So Escada and Glorioso with the restart for Bridge City. Tomasz Nagy wins it against Rock, but right there is Escada in the middle of the pitch. As Rock near side. Plenty of green turf to work with. Now Nagy will come close that down. Derizic defending far side. There's Rock. Now Jamie Lucchini. Jordan, a little push with Lucchini. Officials allow that to play on. The Crunch and the Lucchini brothers definitely not getting along here tonight. 7:45 to go. But you expect that when you have Cleveland against Pittsburgh, and what a tackle by Jordan, and then a little step over to maintain possession. That's why they call him Captain Crunch. And his standards are so high, he hates that he just kicked that one out of play. Puts his heel up against that back wall in frustration. And now Jamie Lucchini with another scoring opportunity. Crunch bring in some help. Sujovic, Derizic, Davalos in a wall. Sveko and Jordan will defend. Jamie Lucchini just outside the box. Restart, try to find Di Matteo, was kind of caught between him and Shearer. So it goes back to Glorioso. Goalkeeper, he's definitely got a shot on him. That one goes off his foot. Good retain by Lucchini. Now Shearer off the near post. Comes out to Derazic. Derazic to Suljevic. Good transition defense this time by Bridge City as they get 4 behind the ball. Jordan checks out. Najjar comes in. Back heel to Suljevic. Back to Derazic. Dynamic duo doing their things. And then almost a back heel goal. How did Glorioso get to that one? Najjar coming running in off the bench. Suljevic. Open nets. Glorioso again. Screams it. Suljevic getting that save. 13-5, 6.5 left. Suljevic kind of frustrated. Oh my goodness, Omar Najjar. You want to talk about highlight reel and cheeky finish like Derazic had. That would be the true definition if you looked up a soccer dictionary. If he would have finished that one, did Najjar. Tangled up is Piwu and Schaefer. And then that one sent way out of play, so it'll be a set piece for the Crunch. Things kind of getting out of hand here. Definitely end-to-end action. A little sloppy. Some highlights. Chippy. Everything you want in a soccer match, even if it's 13-5. Everybody stay tuned because you never know what you're going to see. Admir Suljevic over it. 13-5 Crunch. Najjar try to open up with his right foot. As it is 13-5. Not a lot of timeouts here tonight. Here's Nagy, 2-on-1, and kisses it off the near post, and it just swirls around, spins its way to the far post and the back of the net. 14-5, 5:55 to go.
Great play. Tomasz Nagy laying out his own teammate with Admir Suljevic there, but fortunately one of them got to the ball. And it's a crisp, clean finish in addition, again off the post. Every single goal just further capping off a wonderful night all around from this Cleveland team. Safe to say, they're certainly back on the right track now.
And here's where the announcer test really comes in. How many partners can we thank during this timeout taken by Bridge City FC? Well, we got to start with Pella Windows. Attention homeowners, you ready to update your home's curb appeal and save money on your home's cooling and heating bills? Pella Windows and Doors, they are offering a Cleveland Crunch discount. $1,000. Yes, you heard me right. $1,000 off of your Pella project. Visit Pella.com to learn more about our windows and doors, and don't forget to mention Cleveland Crunch to claim this exclusive offer. Again, go to Pella.com to schedule your free, yes, it is free, in-home consultation, and don't forget to mention Cleveland Crunch. And if you get a project with them and you mention the Cleveland Crunch, you get $1,000 off of it. And of course, Cardinal Credit Union, the title sponsor. From auto loans to mortgages, checkings to savings, Cardinal Credit Union offers a full range of financial products designed around one simple belief: people helping people. As a not-for-profit member-owned credit union, Cardinal puts members first every day. That's why Cardinal Credit Union is proud to be the official credit union and title sponsor of the Cleveland Crunch. Learn more about how Cardinal can help brighten your financial future. Reach out to Cardinal Credit Union. Once a member, always a member. So we will have a change in net for Bridge City as Kevin Garcia comes out. He's appeared in 6 games, none started, so no win-loss record to his name. Piwu trying to get a shot, good block there by Nolan Hutter. And here comes Josh Lucchini. He has 13 saves and a 72.2% save percentage, does Kevin Garcia. Here is Mannheimer to Josh Lucchini. He's got Lewis Newell to his left. He'll go far side over to Hutter. Hutter has Garcia if he wants him. He will give it to Garcia. Wearing the number 9 in that light blue kit. His opposing goalkeeper, Liam McIntosh, replaced, if you're just joining us, Mario Musa, who got 3 yellow cards here tonight for dissents, for arguing with officials and was sent off. That one a chip. Good header save outside of his box by Kevin Garcia. Off the shot from Swan. That one goes wide from Lucchini. He's trying to find his brother Jamie, was Josh. And Bozak able to go in the offensive direction. Sammy Mutemwa, step over. Looking, he's on a hat trick. Bozak trying to go for a shot. Good block by Hutter. Hutter trips over the ball, but good help by his teammates. And they just send that one deep back to McIntosh. 4:05 left, 14-5. Yes, 14 goals put up by the Crunch. And I'm sure they're exercising a lot of frustration here tonight. Bridge City just unfortunately happens to be on the other side of it with 2 tough losses on the road to 2 good teams in the league. Piwu turn off the hand of Garcia, and that'll make it a 10-goal lead as Piwu gets another tonight. Left foot, bottom corner. Garcia tried to get as much on it as he could, but Piwu puts it home for number 15. 3:45 left in the match.
And in classic Gabriel Piwu fashion, back turn to goal, makes the turn, gets enough space for himself, puts it home. It's as simple as that. I mean, in those situations, he is automatic. And Brendan Swan also getting on the score sheet with, I believe, his 5th assist of the season to date.
So now 3:36 to go. Bridge City gets back underway. And now Spragling gives it to Minnick. One-on-one. He'll stay in the corner, gets a step against Rowan. And he'll go back to Spragling. Over to Jordan, to Nagy near boards. Sees 2 defenders, he'll drop it back to Sveko. Back to Jordan, far side, deep corner to Minnick. Over to Jordan, Crunch just happy to possess. In soccer, your best defense is your offense if you can keep possession and run this clock out. Spragling to Jordan. They just continue to work it around. Over to Spragling. Looks to attack. And he'll send it all the way back to McIntosh. As we thank Greeny Sports Cards, they are now live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. on their social media channels at Greeny Sports Cards on social media. Join their conversations with Hobby Talk and interviews. Stay for their live auctions on eBay and with their auctioneer, Alex. Find the social links on their website, greenysportscards.com. That's greenysportscards.com. Thank you to Steve and Jeremy and the entire team at Greeny Sports Cards for sponsoring and partnering with Cleveland Crunch Soccer. Chris Sveko. Crunch stay in possession. 2:07 left now. 15-5. Crunch in the lead. A lot of fans still sticking around because they know the autograph session. Get a chance to meet all of these players right after the match. There's going to be a long line. I hope these players are ready to stay for a long time here tonight, as there are several youth programs here tonight. And got to thank again first responders and our military. Thank you for all that you do to keep people safe, get people back to health, as we appreciate them here tonight with the Crunch. A great showing on the national anthem, God Bless America, and so many veterans here in attendance, first responders in attendance. And it is just a special night to honor those that do so much for us, that don't want thank yous or don't ask for thank yous, but deserve the most thank yous out there in the world. 1:10 now left. Crunch just keeping that ball moving between person and person. This is a good exercise, good training session right now for the Crunch, because it's going to be a possession game as you get down the stretch. And if you make it to the playoffs, just like in basketball, it comes down to a possession here, a possession there. Davalos, top of the box, back to Najjar, 45 seconds now. Najjar will take a shot off the near woodwork. Kicks all the way out. Dragic in a sprint with Chanchar. Chanchar wins that one. Chanchar looking healthy here tonight, returning from injury. Suljevic also, he told me before the match, I don't know if I should tell you, he was questioning whether he was right or not, but knew his team needed him. Well, he looks healthy tonight. He goes for a shot to the far post. Not there. That injury looking like it's healed. Also good to see McCain Spraggling back with this team. And again, a full plethora of talent, firepower, and everything, and it was on full display here tonight. And you got to see both goalkeepers making spectacular saves with Mario Musa and Liam McIntosh. 13 seconds. Rock to Teitelbaum. Teitelbaum trying to turn, 7 seconds, down to 5. Piwu collects. Bridge City will try to defend, but that's it. Triple zeros on the clock. And this one comes to an end. It is the Cleveland Crunch with a huge victory, coming off of 2 straight losses as they beat their rivals from Pittsburgh and Bridge City FC 15-5 here tonight. Plenty of stars, plenty of action, and there is still 2 more home games to go. You want to be a part of this crowd, get to the clevelandcrunch.com. Fan Appreciation Weekend is coming. It's already here, folks, so you better get on board, and you can see a game just like we just had. Gianluca, boy, oh boy, what a match.
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible from start to finish. I mean, again, coming off of 2 straight losses, a full-strength team. We knew we were going to see fireworks tonight, but to this extent, beating one of the better teams in the division by 10 goals. My expectations were very, very high, and I mean, they really did smash the glass ceiling. Again, putting away 15 is no easy feat, let alone against a team like Bridge City. Hats off to each and every one of those men on the pitch right now for a performance that will be remembered for a long time.
Absolutely a performance that we remember for a long time. We're going to hit a break. We're going to send Gianluca down, see if we can get an interview before we head out for the Knights. But your final score, 15-5, the Cleveland Crunch beat Bridge City FC out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, right here on the Cleveland Crunch Broadcasting Network.
At Cardinal Credit Union, we're more than just a place to bank. We're on your team. We're local and proud to put Cleveland families first. And now, anyone can join. Cardinals for Cleveland and for parents. With their first debit card, kids learn smart money habits and parents stay in control with real-time supervision. Chores like walking the dog turn into real rewards. Parents lead, kids earn, and everyone scores. Join online or visit our branches and discover the Cardinal difference. Cardinal Credit Union. People helping people.
At Apex Skin, we drive every patient experience and commitment, collaborate with purpose, and deliver excellence, providing care that's compassionate, connected, and centered around you. Trusted care every step of the way.
Authentic Mexican flavor, made fresh from scratch. Every ingredient prepared with real Mexican tradition. Your bowl, your rules. Visit us at one of our Cleveland locations.
And back inside the Cleveland State Wolstein Center, campus of Cleveland State University, here for post-game wrap-up after the Crunch get a huge win, 15-5 over Bridge City FC tonight. It was already announced that your man of the match is Mikey Derazic, as the Crunch take a team photo here tonight after the win. Fans ushering out, sure, a lot of them getting in line to get their autographs and talk to these players. There'll be a long line of autographs going on tonight for these players, but they will take their picture. We are going to get Gianluca Di Giacomo out down there on the pitch to do a post-game interview with Mikey Derazic, your man of the match. Of course, got to shout out the childhood cancer warrior of the match for the children and childhood cancer warrior tonight, Penny. She got presented earlier on. It was First Responders and Military Appreciation Night, and the Crunch put on an absolute show for everyone. in the match, and I believe the player side of the Childhood Cancer Warrior of the match, alongside Penny here tonight, it will be Brendan Swan, who was all over the place, got himself an assist late, but was doing the dirty work. Not a guy that's going to show up on the stat sheet all the time, but that's the type of guy that you want on your team that's going to get down, get the turf burns, and make the winning plays for a championship-bound or championship aspiration team here tonight. So 15-5 is the final score. Of course, we thank everybody that has been tuned in all night on the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC Plus, and of course the audio on WOBL Radio 107.7 FM, 1320 AM, WOBLradio.com, official audio home, radio call home of the Cleveland Crunch. Thanks to Great Lakes Honda West in Elyria. While Gianluca DiGiacomo gets down there on the pitch and gets set up, we will thank one more time AmeriCab, the official transportation company of the Cleveland Crunch, from airport trips and special events like weddings or birthdays to non-emergency medical transportation. AmeriCab has you covered. Call 216-881-1111 or book online today. AmeriCab, affordable travel anytime. So thank you to AmeriCab, Metro Health, Engineering Excellence, Consumer Tire, Pella Windows, Cardinal Credit Union, Greenie Sports Cards, WOBL Radio, and so many more. Great Lakes Honda West and Elyria, Consumer Tire, as we said, as we keep our eyes down there on the pitch. We're looking for Mikey Derzic, as he's in the middle of an interview right now. Of course, in a few minutes, our WKYC Plus viewers, you'll be moving on to other programming there, but we'll keep it here. We'll make sure we get the interview and then get on out of here for the night. Got to thank Gianluca and our LPV Productions crew as well. Tonight's production director is Peter Tellup, and plenty of camera operators here doing a great job down there. Brendan Swan, as you see on the screen, is being presented with that Warrior of the Match trophy plaque down there. As we said, doing all the dirty work here tonight. And Mikey Derzic is making his way over to Gianluca DiGiacomo as they embrace. And Gianluca, if you can hear me, we'll do this interview right now. Please send my congratulations to Mikey Derzic and the Cleveland Crunch as we send it down pitch side to Gianluca for your post-game interview with Mikey Derzic.
Metro Health man of the match, no doubt about it. Mikey Derzic, 4 goals and 3 assists. First of all, Mikey, you guys coming back today, 2 losses on the road. You had something to prove. How does the team feel about the result tonight?
Oh, we feel great. I think, 2 losses in a row. Don't quote me on this, but I don't think that's happened in the last 5 years that we've been back. So it really lit a fire under our, you know what. But yeah, we wanted to come out here and make a statement, that I think we did that.
Of course, and for you personally, missing the last 5 matches, coming back and having such a statement offensive performance, how do you feel about your own performance tonight as well?
Look, it's just great to be back. I'm a passionate player, and sometimes that gets me in trouble. So, again, I'm just blessed to be back with the teammates,
Of course, and only 3 matches left on the season. You guys need to close out and win big these last 3 matches. What's the biggest key for you to finish out?
Do what we did tonight. I mean, I think our next game's traveling to Mustangs, right? It's always a battle against those guys, and I think we're going to come on top.
Phenomenal. That's Mikey Derzic, Metro Health man of the match. I'll send it back up to you, Kevin.
Thank you very much, Gianluca and Mikey Derzic and the entire Cleveland Crunch crew getting the job done here tonight. 15-5 over Bridge City FC. And so you heard it there from Mikey Derzic. There's 3 games left. They go to Chicago in 2 weeks, so they will get a little bit of a reprieve, a little bit of a bye week, a little rest up before the final stretch when they go to Chicago and then come home for a back-to-back fan appreciation weekend on Saturday night, March 14th, against Toronto, the Crusaders out of Canada, and also the Rockford Thunder will come, and both of those teams, the 2 losses on the Crunch record right now. Crunch will be looking for a little payback in those ones, and I'm sure it'll be a packed house here at the Wolstein Center. Got so many people tonight to thank. Thank you, Gianluca, especially hustling down from the broadcast perch all the way down to the pitch to get the post-game interview. Also to all those on the MLIS Pro TV YouTube channel, everybody at Rock Entertainment Sports Network, WKYC+, and then also everybody over there at WOBL Radio. And we got to thank our LPV production crew down in the truck that you never see, and you're never going to see him if you've ever listened to some podcasts that he has produced. Peter Tellep, you're never going to see him, but he is doing all of the work down in the production. And then our camera operators here tonight, doing a great job getting all the sights down on the sideline. Also up here from the above the pitch. Can't thank everyone enough for all of that. For all of you that have tuned in tonight, that is going to wrap it up for us here at the Wolstein Center. One final time, your final score, the Cleveland Crunch 15, Bridge City FC out of Pittsburgh 5. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am Kevin Arnold saying have a great night, everybody.